T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
He allegedly damaged property inside a bathroom in a corporate area of the stadium.
Oh, no.
What type of crap was that? My God.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been maybe he got into a fight with someone in the bathroom.
No,
or maybe
in my mind, he was fighting a turd.
He's like, and just,
I can't get this out.
Featuring Panama Ted,
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall,
I love a good, thin meat.
and a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore.
Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
hello, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Madness Sweet 16, 4 o'clock today.
Mm-hmm.
Tell all your friends. All the pizza people. If you order a pizza at 4, I'm sorry. They're not going to make it properly because they're all gathered around.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, like Little Orphan Annie back in the day. They got the big Westinghouse radio.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
They all got their Jiffy Pop.
Mm-hmm.
And they're ready to listen to the radio to see if they have moved on in the Sweet 16 of Pizza Madness.
A Westinghouse radio and Jiffy Pop. Two things I didn't think would get talked about in the first minute of the show.
See? That's why it pays to play Common Man and T-Bone Bingo.
He's just a common man.
Somebody out there won big money.
That board would have to be the size of Arkansas. Like if you just were, hey, let's find 5 things that I could get in a row that they said on a random show. There's so many ridiculous, stupid things we say every single day.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Ted?
Doing great, Mike.
All right. Doing great.
Not really.
You gave your sickness to Timmy. Timmy's not feeling good.
Yeah, Timmy, so.
Well, I was worried yesterday because he was in here kind of close to me, so maybe I won't be here tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you just got through being sick.
Yeah,
and now
and
Tim is in here.
Because he hasn't been feeling well for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks of him feeling like that, though. I figure we all have it by now if he gave it to us, especially with all the canoodling.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I mean, it's. I think we all have a lot of gunk or crap or whatever it is that
Speak for yourself.
builds up.
I'm great.
You're great.
I'm great. Never better.
Teddy.
Never felt better in my whole life.
Teddy, as Rimmer likes to say, touch wood. You don't want to get sick. Touch wood.
I bought some stuff off of the gram.
Uh-huh.
Little crystals you put on your nipples.
Oh, good.
Feel great.
From Spencer Pratt?
Yes.
Let him live.
His whole house burned down.
Well, I felt bad about that. Who's he married to? Who was
Heidi Montag.
Heidi. I knew it was Heidi.
Montag?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. She's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Buckeyes, speaking of stupid.
Yeah.
Buckeyes lose to Iowa. I have tried to be nice in my own way, but let me tell you something. 3 days grace. I hate everything about this team.
Yeah.
I really do. I look, and I wasn't anti-Jake Diebler when he was hired because I saw a team last year that came to play for him, that played gritty, tough basketball, good defense, which is something we were frustrated at times with Chris Holtmann about. I saw this team come to play towards the end of last season. This team is the complete opposite of what we saw last year. Say what you want about you got to hit your open shots, and of course you do, right? You have to hit your open shots. They lost that game yesterday because they refused to play, or don't know how, and I don't know which one is more egregious, refused to play any semblance of consistent defense, and that includes rebounding. I don't know what's going to happen with this team when it comes to the transfer portal. I have my suspicions that a lot of people are going to enter it.
Yeah.
But I volunteer my services. If the portal was a physical place, I would pick some of these guys up in a van and drive them to the portal. Physically, I would pick them up and drive them to the portal because I don't want to see these guys again. Some of them.
It was a rough watch yesterday, man, and it felt like even when they were, getting closer, coming back a little bit, you just felt like down the stretch, you had Bruce starting to take over, and you said, all right, that could work. You could get him going, and if he can just do that throughout like the last few minutes and they get some stops.
Oh, if he can play out of his mind?
Well, that's the only thing this team's ever done consistently is give the ball to Bruce and let him cook. And then everybody else just kind of stands around and maybe they get a wide open three and they can possibly hit that. But there's no offensive flow to this team. They don't do anything offensively very well. They are one of the things that Jake Diebler got hired on was, like you said, that 7-game stretch that he had last year. One of the things they did other than play good defense was they played with pace. They ran up and down the court. They were constantly getting fast breaks and getting easier opportunities that they converted. And that energy was, very contagious. The team looked a lot better. This year, they're one of the slowest teams in college basketball. They slow it down and they barely ever break out. And it doesn't, again, that's what you got hired on. That's what, I know why he doesn't do that. My guess is it's a combination of, one, that doesn't work if you don't have the guys. And I don't know if you looked at the bench yesterday. You want to know how many points they scored off the bench? 3. There's a big issue right there. Right? You got 3 bench points. The guy who hit the 3 that killed Ohio State, Brock Harding, he had 15 off the bench. That's a bench player hitting a big 3 for them in a spot where they needed to finish off the game. So you don't have much of a bench to speak of. If you do, you don't trust it. So you don't run, which is the thing he got hired on. Also, most good coaches know how to slow down teams that run. So you actually have to have an offense. And this team has none. They didn't play great defensively, to your point. If they play good defense, which they had throughout most of the year, then that allows them to finally find their offense. It allows Bruce to finally get going. I don't know why Bruce Thornton takes until, midway through the second half to finally find it, but he does. I just wish we could get some of that in the first half of these games.
Tell him the game starts an hour early. Right? Say, here we're playing in the bowels of the stadium. Go ahead. This is the first half. Really, right. Coach? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Go. Play. It's unfair. It's unfair to put it all on him.
Oh, I'm not at all putting it on him. I'm saying he's one of the few guys you could actually go to and trust, but then you need the rest of the team to step up and get stops and not get lost on a defensive rotation when the game's on the line with 14 seconds left and you leave a dude wide open to hit a 3.
The other thing I'm just so sick and tired of hearing from certain apologists out there is, well, what are you going to do? We didn't have Michi all season long. Yeah, first of all, no other team in college basketball deals with any sort of injury or absence or anything like that. They're 100% healthy all the time, right?
Right.
But are you really telling me the difference between this team living up to expectations and not is Michi Johnson? You don't know that. You have no idea what Michi would have been if he were here.
If that is truly what you think, is that this Ohio State basketball team would have been able to work if only Michi Johnson had been here, then we just fundamentally disagree on basketball. He had some nice games for South Carolina. He had one. I heard Bo talking about it earlier, and I went back and looked it up because he played against Kentucky and had a big game in Rupp Arena where he was the reason South Carolina won that game. We know when he played here at Ohio State, he had chances and in times was a guy that you could rely on to take over a game, or at least showed you he had that possibility. The fact of the matter is, I know a lot of people get hung up on, well, he left the team and we don't know why, and rightfully so. I'd like to know why, too. I'd like someone from Ohio State to actually say, what the hell happened? You don't have to say in depth what the family issue is. If it's a family issue, you don't have to say what his mental health diagnosis is. You could just say mental health issue. He left the team. Whatever. It would be nice to hear something other than we wish him well and hope he, whatever. We hear nothing. I would like now to know what happened, essentially. But like you pointed out, guys get hurt all the time. At the end of the day, why he's not here is kind of irrelevant. Because what happened is you lost one guy off this roster, and everyone now is like, oh, well, can't play basketball. How? How is that? How did we build a team around Michi Johnson? How was he the center? If that's the best you can do in the transfer portal, I know people liked him because he played here, but quite frankly, that's not good enough. He's a role player on a good team. He is not your number one scorer on a good team.
To justify crap, right? I remember earlier in the season when they handed to them by Pitt, right? And they got blown out by Maryland. Aaron Bradshaw didn't play in those games.
Oh, right.
And I remember people saying back then, well, Bradshaw didn't play.
Yeah.
First of all, that's a net positive. It turns out if that happens.
He had 3 rebounds yesterday.
He has no idea what he's doing. No idea. Physically gifted, yes, of course. You don't become a 5-star guy coming out of high school, recruited by everybody in the world by not having any sort of physical gifts. But he has no idea what the hell he's doing out there. And quite frankly, I don't want to wait around for him to find out.
Sorry, I misspoke. He had 6 rebounds yesterday. It was one of the few games that he's been here that he has had more rebounds than fouls. And again, it's not all on him either. But I know who it's on for me. It's on the guy who's in charge of constructing all this, the guy who's never had to do that until now, and it doesn't look like he knows what the hell he's doing.
You know how in soccer they have expected goals?
Yeah.
Based on the metrics and how this game is going, they should have scored 2 goals by now, but they have none.
Right.
Aaron Bradshaw should have had 97 rebounds yesterday. Expected rebounds.
Right.
And he got 6.
Yeah, it's shocking that that's probably one of the higher totals he's had in the last 2 months. But I'll tell you, man, and we could take a break, but there were some things down the stretch. You can talk all you want about the guys you didn't have, the guys you should have, what the talent level is, all that crap. There's a very instructive, 12 seconds of this game that tells you everything you need to know about what is wrong with Jake Diebler as the head coach of this basketball program.
We'll talk about it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 315 at West Broad Street. And we also have an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the east side after Bryce Road that's causing delay. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through March 31st. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or 2 of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Are you turning 65? Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Great news! The Ohio State Health Systems and Mount Carmel Health Systems are in our provider network. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call. Call today, 1-888-76-AETNA. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area. Participating healthcare providers are independent contractors and are neither agents nor employees of Aetna. The availability of any particular provider cannot be guaranteed, and provider network composition is subject to change. Other physicians, providers are available in our network.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, did you know that March has a lot of college basketball?
Why, yes, I did, Common Man. And the best place to watch all the action and play the action is at Hollywood Casino. You can reserve your table now at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Not only that, every Saturday in March is UFC Fight Night. They're showing every fight on the big screen. Watching at home is boring. Don't be boring.
All the action happens at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If people ask you how long you have to keep that ugly garage door before you win the bet, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Yes. Sundays at 11, it's the new fan call-in show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You could be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The fan call-in show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's March, and you know what that means. Bracket season. You've crunched the numbers, picked your favorites, and maybe even taken a big gamble on that Cinderella team. But when it comes to your home, gambling is not an option. Spring storms are rolling in, bringing strong winds, heavy rain, and unpredictable weather. The question is your roof ready? At Newman Roofing, we don't leave anything up to chance. Whether you need a new roof, gutter replacement, or updated siding, our expert team is here to educate you, guide you, and give you the best options to fit your home's needs. No high-pressure sales, no surprises, just top-quality work from a team you can trust. That's why homeowners choose Newman Roofing, the #1 overall seed here in Columbus, because we deliver an unbeatable customer experience every single time. So, don't wait until the damage is done. Beat the storm before it ruins your big dance. Call 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com to schedule your spot this spring. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Are you concerned with AMD? Now, protecting your eyes is easier thanks to New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements. Available now at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
It is going to feel like spring out there yet again today. Sunshine, highs in the low 70s. Tonight, clear, low 47. Make sure to get out there 2:30 in the morning tonight to take a look at that full lunar eclipse. The moon will turn this blood red orange. It should be pretty cool. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecasts on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
You know what I did last night?
What'd you do?
Got home a little early because we were done at 5 because of Buckeye basketball. Went home, made myself a little pasta, sat down to watch the game with an ice cold Coors Light. Went with the can. I never understood why cans fell out of favor, but for a long time they did.
I don't know what's going on with that.
You know, you go to a bar and they got bottles out the wazoo and draft beer, but to me, there is no better vessel than aluminum for holding your beer.
Mm-hmm.
So I had some cans, ice cold, ready to go, watch the game. And at times I wanted to throw the cans right at the television screen as I was watching it for a variety of reasons. Number one, team, bad. Peacock, bad. All bad. But I looked down at my Coors Light and I said, well, at least this is good. And I'll be doing the same when I sit down and watch some hockey tonight, hopefully getting 2 points out of the outcome over at Nationwide. That's the one positive thing about the Buckeyes losing last night is that we can air the Jackets game tonight. Here
there
on
you
The
go.
Fan.
That's right.
And I'll be sitting there drinking my Coors Light. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly. You alluded to, you know, this basketball game last night and how you can pretty much sum up this entire season and how this team is in 12 seconds.
Yeah, I think I can. And I think this is partially where Jake Diebler is, look, he's a good dude. I'm sure he knows more about basketball, forgets more about basketball one day than I'll ever know, right? He's played a ton of it, coached a ton of it. I get all that. However, one of the things that I don't understand when you have the situation the Buckeyes were in, Mike, were they playing good defense last night?
No.
Have they been reliably good on defense?
No.
No. They've had games where they play great defense.
Those games are few and far between. We haven't seen them in a while.
And then the next game is a dumpster fire. So you cannot rely on this team defensively. You're the coach of this team. You know that. Your guy, Bruce Thornton, hits a jumper and makes it a 2-point game with 45 seconds left to go on the clock. And what a lot of coaches debate, what a lot of analysts debate, what a lot of fans debate is, do you foul and do you try to make it a free throw contest, or do you just let it play out and hope your defense holds? Mike, what do you think makes sense from a team that isn't very good defensively? That was getting offensive looks and was getting into the lane and making those shots. Do you think it would be better for them to get the ball back in their hands with more time on the clock, or do you think it'd be good for them to just roll the dice and see if Iowa can make a backbreaking shot? Because if they hit anything from the floor, 2 or 3, you're probably going to get it with under 20 seconds, and now you have to make up 2 baskets, not 1. The quick math says you foul. And by the way, do you know what it was? It was a 1-and-1. Yeah. You could foul him 90 feet away from the basket, and they're only going to get guaranteed 1 free throw, which if they miss it, you could get the ball back and go down and win the game, or at least take the lead. If they make it, there's still a chance they miss the second one. Still a 1-possession game. I would have played those odds. The fact that didn't happen, and Jake Diebler decided to have faith in his guys, while I commend him trusting his players to a degree, how did that work out? Did that well-disciplined, well-coached defense make the right adjustments and make the right rotations to stop a wide-open look? Did they at least get a hand in the face of the three-point shooter, or was there a guy standing wide open at the three-point line with 14 seconds left?
That's the thing. There's a lot of places we can go with that, but you elected to play defense, and maybe you can live with it. I mean, you're still going to analyze this game to death because it was close. If you play good defense, and hey, man, they just hit a shot. Right?
Right.
What do you do? You played good defense, you hit a shot, you didn't want to, and won them, all that. But they had a wide open look at 3. Wide open look. Terrible defense. To your point, what I would have done is you play defense for 10 seconds. You try and force a turnover. You try and get them to panic.
Sure.
If that doesn't happen and they're in a position to set up their offense, then you foul. And you put them on the line.
Yeah, and then even if, let's say, you do play that defense for 10 seconds, you're down maybe under 30 seconds, 25, 28 seconds, you get your foul. If you get the ball, you have time to go up and set up an offensive set, get a look. And again, if it's a 3-point game or less, maybe you can either tie or win it with a shot. But if it is a 4-point game, you can go down quick, try to get your quick 2, foul them, and then do that little game. It extends the game and gives you a chance to win. From a viewability standpoint, I know everybody hates seeing the foul shots, but when it's your team's March Madness berth on the line, I would like to have someone making a better decision than that. And unfortunately, I feel like that was an element where Jake Diebler just, he rolled the dice, he gambled, and it was a bad gamble.
Well, this team is out. I mean, I've seen some people say, well, I can still get in. Yeah, if planes crash. Or teams are just ruled ineligible. Yeah, right. I guess then they can get it. This team's not getting
maybe COVID-25 will come and take like half the teams out.
I wanted it while I was watching the game. Give it to me. God. No, this team's not doing anything. They're not doing NIT because they can't. If they're going to go to a postseason tournament, they got to do this college basketball crown BS, which, by the way, I saw the schedule for it. Did you see this crap?
Yep.
It's not right away, too. Let's not rip the Band-Aid off right away. They sold this to Fox, and they want to get some television time out of it. It's in Vegas, March 31st to April 6th. Now, obviously, we don't know, A, if the Buckeyes are going to play, and we'll tell you why in a second. Because, yes, they're contractually obligated, but there's also things that can happen. But here are the game windows. Now, I don't know where the Buckeyes are going to play in this, but game 1, 3 o'clock Eastern time, Monday, March 31st. If we get bumped off the air for that crap, and contractually we have to. That's our contract with Ohio State.
I know.
They supersede.
Yep, they do. By the way, you have the Jackets, like you mentioned tonight, playing, which we get to air, thankfully. They're in the midst of a run, hopefully, to the playoffs. But every game is so important right now. That, obviously, is something a lot of eyes in Columbus just turn to. For anybody who likes to watch Ohio State basketball, you've got that to pay attention to as well. They will have games potentially during this tournament that will be just as impactful as they are now. And potentially they're getting bumped from the radio station too. That's not the biggest concern for some people, I understand, but it is for us, given that this is where we work and this is what we do.
They got a 5:30 window. So they got a 3 o'clock window Monday, March 31st. A 5:30 window on Monday, 8:30 and 11 p.m. Cross your fingers.
Dude.
And Timmy will just sleep here.
Can you imagine that? I was just thinking, Timmy Hall does the pre and post game, so that means he would be on the air at 10 and then here till what, 3 in the morning? 2 in the morning?
Tuesday's windows look like this: 3 o'clock Eastern time, 5:30 Eastern time, 8:30 and 11.
So whoever goes, that's the first round. So you're either going to play on Monday or Tuesday if you're in this tournament. And then, what is it, like Thursday, Friday, or the next second round games?
Then it's Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, Wednesday, Thursday, okay.
Wednesday, Thursday. And it's evening slots then. It's not going to really affect us. But those Monday, Tuesdays. And here's why I say they may not play in it. Because they are contractually obligated. I think it's the first 4 Big Ten teams that are out are obligated to play in this tournament. But the transfer window will be open by then. You could be in a situation where you have 4 scholarship players on this team.
Oh.
Then what the hell are they going to do? They can't go play in this tournament.
Well, I know the thought from the TV execs who probably dreamed up this dumb idea was because NIL is a part of this tournament. This tournament is going to pay the teams some amount of money that's supposed to go directly to the players for appearing in the tournament. Now, I don't know if that money is, $50, $5,000, $5 million. I don't know. I doubt it's $5 million.
Not $5 million. I'll tell you that, buddy.
But let's say it's like 25 or 50 grand. You might get a couple players to say, all right, I won't enter the portal right away. I'll wait a few days because the portal opens a week before this. And I think the portal's open for 30 days. So, but, it's their future. A lot of these players, they look at it as this is my chance to resurrect my career or get my one last shot to play on a tournament team next year, whatever. That's a thing that I believe a lot of those players are going to be considering. And, of course, Ohio State's going to be considering we want to get guys in who can actually be better than this. So all those moving parts, you have to put all that on hold to go play in some dumb one-off tournament that literally
they're not going to do that.
Everyone in the tournament does not want to be there.
These guys are all dealing with representatives and folks that give them advice. No one's going to say, hold off, make an extra 10 grand in this tournament. I can get you 10 grand in the portal.
Well, sure.
That has nothing to do with anything,
no,
10 grand.
I
if
would
that's
think,
what even it is.
Yeah, I would think I don't know what the motivation is to play in this tournament other than you're just already planning on staying next year and you're going to get paid a little bit extra. Fine. I have questions about who's going to stick around on this team, Mike.
Well, there is one total nightmare scenario that we'll discuss coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West split. And watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side after 670. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
March is on at Lindsay Honda.
Shoot your shot and save.
It's madness. You get to choose your finance rate on over 600 new Lindsay Hondas. 0%, 1.9, 2.9, and up to a full 60 months long. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. March is on at Lindsay Honda. Save with rates as low as 0% at lindsayhonda.com.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free winter plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. All tournament long, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Happy to be wrong, which is good because they're always wrong. This is Man and Bone.
Pizza Madness Sweet 16 coming up in a half hour. Tell all your friends. Also tell them that we're pissed off at the Buckeye basketball team.
God.
The wound is fresh, and we're picking at it.
Yeah.
And I know we shouldn't, but that's what we do. You know, you can go to your job and, you know, forget about everything. We got to come here, and there's certain expectations placed on us. Not high ones, thank God. Hear the fart noises. But, you know, we got to relive this crap. And I'm thinking about all the nightmare scenarios now. I said, you know, hey, I'll drive you to the portal for a lot of these guys. But my biggest fear is that a guy like Bruce says, what the hell am I sticking around here for?
Dude.
That's my biggest fear.
Yeah. I got to be honest. If I'm Bruce Thornton, I'm looking at this going, I have put in 3 good years here. I have done everything I can. Now, again, is he a perfect player? Of course not. But he is the best player Ohio State has had.
Best player you got.
Right. And like I said, there's an argument to be made that on a great, like, top 10 college basketball team, he's a role player, good player, starter who can get you buckets, right? But I don't think he's necessarily even the primary scorer on a great team. But I could see a guy like him. I wouldn't blame him one iota. If he's looking at his final chance to go make the NCAA tournament next year and he's saying, I could roll with, name your coach. Bruce Pearl comes calling, right? Rick Barnes, anybody. All these college basketball names, any of them come calling. I could go play for them. Or I could stick around here and see if Jake Diebler can figure it out in year 2. And by the way, I have to score like 25 a night. Like, again, I'm sure he's up for that challenge because he's a gamer. He loves to play. He's talented. But I wouldn't blame him at all if he said, you know what? I'd like to go join a system, proven, coaching, recruiting, everything, culture that shows me every year they get to the tournament. And then from there, what you do is up to the players, which I'm sure he would love to have. I have no inside knowledge on that. I'm not telling you. I'm not breaking any news. He very well may come out while we're talking and say, I never have any intentions of going anywhere but Ohio State to play my basketball. Fine. But if you're not concerned about that as an Ohio State basketball fan, you're not paying attention.
Maybe he doesn't have any intention right now. You know, it's sure. Like I always said this when the season ended and we'd hear from Ohio State football players. Antonio Pittman was one of these guys where he said, yeah, I'm coming back next year. And then 2 weeks later, once the dust settles, he talked to some people and rightfully got some counsel. He said, yeah, what I said was emotional, and I'm going to go to the draft. Please don't hate me. And I don't, because these guys are emotional. All right. What's his name? Who's the NIL guy? He got all the money from Kansas State. What the hell's his name? Played at Illinois. Teddy.
Basketball?
Yeah, basketball. Went from Illinois to Kansas State. Was supposed to be a big deal this year. Got $2 million in NIL money.
Oh, I'm blanking on this.
I forgot the dude's name.
I'm blanking on this.
Kansas State, knocked out, inconsistent. He was not very good. He's sitting there. He's weeping yesterday.
Coleman Hawkins?
Yes, him.
Okay.
He's just inconsolable. He's in an emotional state of mind.
Yeah.
You know, Bruce is in an emotional state of mind right now. They are in no position to determine their futures at this moment. So if he came out today and said, I'll be back, Jack, you can't count on that.
Well, fair enough. But you know what? I wonder this too. You know, you've got Felix Okpara, who is playing for Tennessee. They are, bracketologists say, at worst, a 2 seed. Like, at worst. That's where he went this offseason. Was Felix Okpara last year? Did anyone say, my God, that's a finished product? That is a guy who is the number 1 player on a top 5 team. No. But we all said he's a very good piece that you don't want to lose. And what was one of the reasons he was worried about sticking around here, if you believe the reports? was that Aaron Bradshaw was coming in.
To worry about. But Felix is also one of those guys that said, I'll be back.
Oh, sure he did.
And he changed his mind.
And they changed his mind, right. And you know what? Did he make a good or bad choice, folks? Wow. Take your Ohio State blinders off. He made a good choice. That guy's going to be playing in March Madness. They haven't even started in the SEC tournament. They're waiting on the Texas A&M game today to finish, to tell them who they get to play tomorrow at 3:30. And then he's got the NCAA tournament ahead of him. He presumes, a long run in that tourney. And then potentially, who knows? Maybe he latches on with an NBA team. Maybe he comes back for another year. But he's got options. If Bruce is looking at that and saying, that's a dude I played with last year, I know how talented he is, I know how talented I am, look what that guy's getting to do, look what I'm not getting to do. You could also, for what it's worth, be Zed Key. He's playing for Dayton. Dayton, I want to say, is like next 4 out. They're not even, I think they're barely bubble, but, Zed went down there, went over there, tried to maybe go make a run over there. It can go either way for you, but I can totally understand if Bruce is looking at this going, I got to think about it. And if he's thinking about it, so is everybody else on that team. And, of course, there's plenty of guys we'd probably say, yeah, we wish you well. Go right ahead. But, I mean, you have to essentially go. I've heard a lot of people say, well, Diebler didn't have his guys here. He had to go in the portal. What do you think college basketball is these days, my friend? What do you think it's going to be? It's going to be nailing the portal on 80% of the guys you get. That's how you win in college basketball.
Unless they change the rules?
No, right.
That's the system we're playing with right now.
At Ohio State, you have to, again, because you don't have someone here who's proven they can recruit, you have to go hope that you can hit it in the portal and get the 2 or 3 studs from Ohio that you do land, that they are like no doubt like John Mobley Jr., good player. I like him. He's got holes in his game. He's a freshman. He will learn. He will be better. I'm not worried about him.
Will he be here?
Well, that I could be worried about. But what I'm saying is, assuming you keep a guy like that for 2 or 3 years, there's someone you can build around for sure. Devin Royals, good, talented player. It's his sophomore year. Is he going to stick around? I don't know. But let's say he does. He's an Ohio kid, a Central Ohio product. That guy wants to stick around. You can build around those guys. If you don't add 3 or 4 studs in the portal to help out, this team ain't going anywhere next year. No matter what those guys do, they can play out of their minds. You have to, and I don't mean you have to get studs that are all 20-point-a-night guys. I mean, you have to find an 8 to 10 rebound a game guy. You need to find a rim protector. You need to find someone who plays lockdown perimeter defense when you need it. And you need a proven scorer who can get you 20 fairly often. Those are minimums you need to get this roster going where it needs to. So to say like, he didn't get his guys in here, not yet. But every year is a new chance to do that. He has to nail it this year if we're giving Diebler another chance, which I presume Ohio State will.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Of course not.
Bjork said meets expectations.
Said it on this radio station on Morning Juice.
Bjorky said we're in the hunt. That's exactly what we wanted to be going into the season. That's what he said.
No, but that's not what Ohio State basketball should be, is in the hunt. You should be firmly in
the hunt. And then next year.
Guess where you are now? The hunt?
With Kareem Hunt. Ninja kicking people.
The hunt is over this year. So next year, we're hoping to be in the hunt again. That's not where Ohio State basketball should be, is praying to get into the tournament. You should be we are a top 5 team in the Big Ten every year kind of program, and they're nowhere close right now.
I don't know why. Money's never been higher for these guys. And people say, money's not everything. It's like, all right, we'll tell these coaches. Yeah. They keep on signing these big-ass deals and leaving for bigger-ass deals. And, somebody winked at me in the offseason, redo my deal. So clearly it means something to them. And it means something to us, too.
Of course.
Because, yes, your performance is sometimes in life based on how much money you make. We're in that same boat, too. It is very clear what's expected of you and me from a business standpoint.
Yep.
We don't talk about it much on the air because, quite frankly, you don't care. But off the air, we know exactly what we have to hit, what we have to do from a monetary standpoint to prove our worth to this radio station so that when the next contract comes up, we get a new one on our terms. I don't know why in today's college basketball and college football landscape, it would be so taboo for a guy like Ross Bjork to come out and say before the season, our goal this year is weekend 2 of the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
You lay down that in the sand and say weekend 2. Not this vague crap. Well, if things fall our way, we hope to be right there in March and compete for a tournament spot. That's so vague, I can't stand that. Why don't we have concrete goals? And I'm not saying that automatically if you miss those goals, you're fired, but we have to have something we're judged upon, don't we?
Yeah, but if you go look at the Big Ten right now, Ross Bjork probably isn't going to do that next year and lay down some concrete goals like that because Ross Bjork knows what they did last year. Jake Diebler's salary for Big Ten basketball is, I believe, 17th out of 18 or 16 out of 17, whatever the amount we know, because I don't know if we know Northwestern's or maybe there's one other school that we can't, USC or something. But of the schools we know, he's like bottom 3. They went cheap on head coach. They stayed in the program. That whatever the belief was there, that was the idea. If you want to be a second weekend program, you got to spend like it. And I don't mean just in the portal. You got to get a coach who can prove to you he's been there, done that. Did Holtman get us to second weekend? Did I miss something? Has that happened?
No, I don't think we ever got to second weekend with him.
No. And that was the only time Jake Diebler was involved with head coaching here, or assistant coach here. You're right. He was an elevated assistant here. That's the experience he has at this level with that program.
And I'm not saying it's all on Jake Diebler too,
but I'm saying you get what you pay for, man. This is what you bought. Fringe, NCAA. Hope we get in. Fingers crossed. Final Four, in or out. That's what you bought.
There's that, and there's the athletic department saying to Jake Diebler, "All right, here's our goal for next season, and what do we need to do to help you achieve that goal?"
Right.
All right. If there's some level of support, financially, whatever the hell it is, not him financially, but if you say to him, yes, if you can get me X number of dollars in NIL money, I'll hit this portal and I can get us to the second weekend.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see if we can make that happen for you. You throw all your eggs into that basket because he's your guy. I'm not saying replace Jake Diebler. I'm saying what's the pathway forward look like? That's all I want to know. From your standpoint, from an athletics department, what is this basketball program right now? Do you even know?
Oh, dude, this program, the identity of this program nationally has taken such a hit. I sadly feel, and we got to take a break, but I feel like Ross Bjork is coming in going, this program is like he's believing what people outside of this state have told the national media, the whoever it is that always talk in the media about how Ohio State's not a blue blood. Ohio State can't expect this. They should be happy that Chris Holtman gets them sniffing around the tournament every now and then. That's not where Ohio State basketball has been, and it's not what it should be. But I fear that's who runs the program now, are people who think, yeah, that's what we kind of are. We're a plucky little underdog. That's not Ohio State.
All right, let's do pizza and farts and stuff like that.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so
I have a crazy stat to share with you coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving a little slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. And we have a small delay on eastbound 70 on the west side between Central Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Murphy Tractor. Your job is demanding, so choose a partner who delivers more. At Murphy Tractor and Equipment, they provide John Deere equipment that sets the standard for reliability and performance. Visit murphytractor.com and take your job site to the next level. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom t-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling.
This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
The best matchup is you in a new Kia from Coghlan Kia. Get into a new Kia now with $0 down. Get 0% financing on select new Kias and make 0 payments for 3 months on any new Kia in stock. Visit CoglanKia.com.
0% for 72 equals $13.89 per 1,000 financed on Nero EV, EV6, and EV9 with approved credit through Kia Motor Finance. 90 days deferred payments until June 2025. Qualified manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. No security deposit. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
Your undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
AJ Hawk will be on Morning Juice at 8:30. I don't need to tell you who he is because you should know it.
Yeah. If you don't know, why are you listening to this station?
Who else?
What do you mean, who else?
I'm just looking who else I can promote for tomorrow. Bishop and Friends will have Tim May on at 10:30.
Yes.
Yes. And tomorrow on this show, Tool of the Week.
Tool?
And Jake Diebler for the entire hour.
Nope. I don't think so. You know, I'm going to guess they may not want to come on right now.
You know what, though? I full disclosure, because people make fun. We don't talk to anybody except the same people over and over again. And that's true.
Yeah.
However, that's not because invitations are not extended. Invitations are extended. But the caveat is, at this point, I am tired of doing, and I feel like they have no value, the 10-minute phoner interview. I'm tired of it.
I know what you mean.
So if someone's going to come in here, whether it's Jake Diebler or Bjorky or Ryan Day, I want them for the whole hour. I want them for a whole hour and a deep dive conversation about many things that you're not going to get someplace else. Because if it's just a 10-minute phoner, I pass.
Sure.
It's not worth it to me, and I don't think it's worth it to you because you can hear that a million different places.
Yeah, but also, like, if Jake Dealer came in here, I mean, I would be polite, but obviously I would have questions.
We're always polite.
But I would want to know, like, all right, man, what was the thought process there? Why no foul late in that game? You know, and maybe I'll get coach speak or whatever, but, like, I got to know. And these are the things that, and you know what, if they want to do that, that's fine. We'll gladly have him in, have whoever, you know, that's all good. But like you said, it would have to be in-depth and then about other things than sports too.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's
because silly me, I think some of the most entertaining stuff when you get these little glimmers from these guys is what they're like as a person.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of all of what you see. You know, what I remember we had Brady Hoke on. God bless it.
Wow.
When he first became the head coach at Michigan, we had I don't know why.
Well, you know what? Probably at that time it was like, oh, let's have this guy on. He's not beating Ohio State, so have him on anyway. Let's just see what's going on.
But I think we asked him like one or two football questions, because what the hell are you going to ask him? So, how you intend on beating Ohio State next year? I'll hang up and listen for my answer.
Sure.
We asked him like what his favorite sandwich was. And then he said it was a Coney dog, and that led us into a conversation about, is a Coney dog a sandwich?
Yeah, that's a good question. And that's a thing I would want to know about. Also, Dean Evison was on Morning Juice. I know he comes on all the time.
He loves a lavish Broadway musical.
Well, that's the thing, right? One of the best segments they've ever had with him is when they got him talking about Broadway musicals. Not that the other segments aren't good. They're about hockey. But you get him talking. Would you have ever guessed? Dean Evison walks in here. I crap my pants. Like, he's an intense guy. He looks like someone who you just wouldn't want to goof around with. This is a guy who, when he gets a time to do it, he goes and watches musicals and enjoys the theater. Never would have guessed that. But I like that part of the interviews. To your point, let's have more of that stuff. Absolutely.
In my mind, he takes some of that expertise and he goes to practice and he says, guys, that's not how Dame Judi Dench would do it. Oh, I see what you're saying there, Coach.
Right.
Hey,
oh, yeah.
How you doing there, Damie?
Damie. They can't call her Judy because she's already Judy.
She's already Judy. She's a Damie.
They call her Denchy?
Damie.
I don't know.
Right, here's a stat for you. Ready?
Yes.
Celtics took 63 three-pointers last night in their loss to the Thunder. They made 20 of them. That is an NBA record for attempts. 63.
Uh-huh. A lot of people, rightfully so, say this is ruining the game of basketball. And to some degree, I can understand where you're coming from. I am just crazy that I enjoy the game of basketball however it's being played. If you're shooting three-pointers, I can watch that. If you're driving the lane and getting dunks, that's most of what the NBA does right now. But if you watch college basketball, that's a lot of what college basketball is doing too. A lot of teams shooting more three-pointers than ever. Not as many mid-range jumpers happening. I'll just say this. I think what people have a tough time with in basketball is the game doesn't necessarily look the way it did when they were growing up. But if you're telling me the reason you don't watch the NBA is because you miss seeing guys shoot from the elbow, I call a little BS on that. Don't you? Like, is it truly and honestly, you're like, I miss a guy shooting a 14-footer? Is that what it is? Or is it that you don't know as many of the players? There's been so much free agency, you can't keep straight who's on what team. Michael Jordan is no longer playing. Kobe Bryant is no longer playing. And you've become sick of LeBron James because you heard about him for 20 years. And you don't really follow it that closely. So when you tune in, you don't have as big of a rooting interest.
I think you're right to a certain point. And it's a variety of things. But I do think there is something to be said about, 63 threes in one game. You're right. Maybe you don't specifically miss that elbow jumper, but you miss the variety that brings. Like if you have a steak every single night, Rimmer's Way, Pittsburgh, then burnt. Right? Maybe it's your favorite food in the entire world, but if you have it for every single night for 3 weeks, you're like, yeah, can I get a roasted broccoli? Now, normally, you wouldn't give two craps about the roasted broccoli, but the fact that we never see it makes us want it more.
Well, and then that's why I would say I think you're not watching the right guys. Because, if you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he gets a ton of shots from the mid-range. He also gets fouled like a crap ton. You know why? Because he stops halfway in the lane, fakes a guy, the guy jumps into him, and then he takes a shot and gets fouled. Luka Doncic does stuff like that, too. These guys shoot a ton of threes, but they also have complete games. There are plenty of guys in the NBA who have that. The Celtics are just basically saying, We don't care if it's entertaining. We want to win. By the way, they took, I believe, the most threes last year too, or top 3 in the league in taking threes, and they won the championship. So they're doing an approach that works to win, but it may not be effective for you to watch. It may not be something you enjoy to watch. That's totally fine.
All right, Buckeye basketball disappointing us. We talked about it. Quite frankly, in the grand scheme of things, it's meaningless when it comes to pizza. Sweet 16, Pizza Madness coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into a slowdown on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and 71. And there's about a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not.
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Winter this year was a little snowier and colder than the last few years, and that makes spring's arrival that much better. Spring means Oakland Nursery's annual Spring Fling, March 15th to the 23rd. 33% savings on houseplants, garden tools and shoes, books, summer flowering bulbs, and more. And 25% savings on packaged garden seed. Everything you need to get started in the garden this year. Celebrate spring with savings at Oakland Nursery, March 15th to the 23rd. And celebrate Oakland's 85th birthday this year. Go to oaklandnursery.com for details.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Roll Up to Win is back at Tim Hortons. We're rolling out great prizes like a 2025 Ford Bronco, $500 daily jackpots, Xboxes, and more. You can earn rolls with your purchase of an eligible hot or cold beverage and favorite breakfast item. A whole new way to earn rolls this year. Visit your neighborhood Tim's and download the app for great food and more opportunities to roll up to win. No purchase necessary. Tim Hortons app required. See rules on app for details. Entered by 3/23/25. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot on our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at Penn Cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you buy from Pella, you could meet Brad, Bob, maybe Mike, or 54 others that make our local Pella team so awesome.
And if you buy from me, you'll get to meet me.
Just a one-man operation, Wilson?
I've got a bunch of cousins helping me, but based on their work, I'm not sure they've got thumbs.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,000 off BX 2380 tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at ColumbusEquipment.com.
1-800-GOT-JUNK makes space for possibilities.
When our clean, shiny truck arrives, it's the sign of a new beginning, a clean start, a breath of fresh air.
All the animals start giggling, a rainbow appears, and music fills the air.
Your best friend calls with happy news. Every table has fresh flowers on it, and your nights are full of candlelight.
We bring the springtime.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The Blue Jackets keeping their push for the playoffs going tonight when they entertain the Las Vegas Golden Knights at Nationwide Arena. 7 o'clock face-up. Here on the Fan, Jackets hold down the second wild card spot in the Eastern standings. Meanwhile, from the NFL, the Las Vegas Raiders have agreed to a one-year deal with running back Raheem Mostert, who was released last month by Miami. Golf opening round of the PGA Players Championship at Ponte Vedra in Florida. Lucas Glover holds the lead at 6 under par. Finals and college basketball tournaments today. In the Big 12, BYU beat Iowa State 96-92. From the Big East, St. John's and Butler. It was St. John's with a 78-57 win. Oregon knocked off Indiana 72-59 in the Big Ten tournament, and Duke beat Georgia Tech 78-70 in the ACC tournament. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Thursday. Please subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Clap, subscribe, and give us a nice review, too. Will you, please?
Yeah.
Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. All right. This is what we've all been waiting for. Sweet 16 Pizza Madness. So we'll get down to the Elite Eight today, and then we'll do that tomorrow.
Yep.
And then next week, Final Four.
Monday, Final Four. Wednesday, championship.
Mm-hmm.
We crown Pizza Madness winner a week from yesterday.
And here we are. Number 1 seed, Tommy's, going up against the Cinderella up to this point. They took out Adriatico's in the last round. Brooklyn's Pizza at number 13. Brooklyn's has had an improbable run. Some would say a controversial run, because according to the fan vote, they shouldn't be here. But I want to explain this again about Pizza Madness. It is not a democracy. You have elected, Bone and I, it's like we're going to Congress.
Sure.
Right? You've elected us based on, you like us, our ideals. You think we are a pretty good judge of character, all that stuff. We have now gone to Washington, and we're voting in the chamber. And we're doing it even sometimes if you don't agree with what we're voting for, because we still have your best interest in mind. And Bone and I sat here and we told you that Brooklyn's, don't sleep on it.
It's really good.
It's a really good pizza. But now,
I hope people understand that. I hope they know we're not just blowing smoke.
No. Blowing smoke?
Well, I'm saying.
I don't know them.
No, right. I don't either.
They don't know me at Brooklyn's.
No.
I wish I knew them. Bring some pizza. They haven't brought us crap.
Well, they
this entire tournament.
I will say, for a lot of these pizza places, if you haven't brought us pizza, it's okay, because I know you're far away and you don't want it to be bad. I get it.
No. I get it. But what I'm saying is, Tommy's we have not had Tommy's Pizza this entire tournament.
No.
Brooklyn's, we have not had this entire tournament. We do have places bringing us stuff every single day. And while we enjoy it, while we appreciate it, it does not impact our voting here. So Tommy's the 1 seed, Brooklyn's the 13. Here's what I think. You tell me if you agree. Brooklyn's has had a nice run to this point. I think they've established themselves next year when we do this, they will no longer be a 13 seed.
No.
Right? They're going to get the proper seeding they deserve because they've earned it. But Tommy's, to me, is moving on to the Elite Eight. And I don't think it's even a big discussion we have to have.
Yeah, it's, again, I very much enjoy Brooklyn's. And if you like New York-style pizza, if you know what real New York-style East Coast pizza is, you go to Brooklyn's, you're going to be happy with it. And as much as I like that style, I am outside of the Columbus style, that's my next favorite way to have a pizza. But for me, Tommy's is one of the ultimate pizza places in America. Like, it's just, you can say, oh, it's a little old fashioned for me, or I don't like that cracker thin crust or whatever. Fine. I'm telling you, that's a place that for me makes one of the best pies I have ever had, period. So,
like Tommy's, right?
And the voting, by the way, is like 90% in favor of Tommy's here. So
Tommy's?
I'm going with the people on this one, yes.
That's right. There we go.
Tita's? Tommy's?
No, that's not.
Tita's Tommy.
That's Texas. Texas, Mike.
Tita's.
Texas.
All right, another Cinderella story. The 14-seed Yellow Brick Pizza is up against the 10-seed Iacanos. Now, Iacanos and Tommy's are related. So now we have two different styles of pizza, again, because Yellow Brick Pizza is more of an artisan hand toss. They do a Chicago stuffed pizza as well. Iacanos is that classic thin cracker crust that you think of when you think about Columbus pizza.
Yeah.
I like both of these. Obviously, I just, talked about my love for Tommy's. Iacanos is that same sort of recipe. So obviously I love Iacanos. So I don't know where to go on this one. What are the people saying?
Well, the people are kind of what we just talked about before, where it's like Brooklyn's obviously makes a New York style pie. They do that. Yellow Brick Pizza has also a very good, big great dough, great sauce, cheese combo. Like
artisan hand toss is what we like to call it.
I wouldn't call it necessarily straight up New York style, but it is very close to that, and it is delicious. But the people, again, we are in Columbus, Ohio, and the people like, something made by the Iacano family. Go figure.
What the hell does that mean, though? Yellow Brick is in Columbus, Ohio. They're in the city.
Yes, I know. But Iacanos is that Columbus-style pizza that a lot of people have grown up with. And it's reflected in the voting.
Okay, I just want to point out that I'm not against moving Iacanos on here. But if we do, it will be them and Tommy's in the Elite Eight. And then what the hell are you going to do? Your head's going to explode.
For people who are not aware of this, if you go to Tommy's Pizza's website, tommyspizza.com, and you go to the history of their restaurant on their own website, it says Thomas Iacano, the founder of Tommy's Pizza. And then obviously the Iacano family went on to make Iacanos. So yes, there is a very close relationship between the two places. So I don't know, man. I mean,
if the people are that adamant.
Well,
because I feel good about both these places.
Look, Iacanos is at 63.5% as far as the voting from what I'm seeing. They are it's 2-1, the voting on this. What I would ask is the following. Is it fair to penalize Iacanos because that pizza is so similar to Tommy's?
No, you're right.
Because, again, if people like that style of pizza, if there was a third place that makes some pizza similar to those places, right? I mean, I like the variety. I love Yellow Brick Pizza. It is one of my favorite places in town, and I just recently had it. It sounded like I haven't been on that for a long time, but I have tried it in the last few months a couple times, and it's great.
No, but let me ask you a question. Are we doing our jobs properly? The jobs that the people elected us to do? If we get to the Final Four of this thing, and it's all four of the same style of pizza. Have we done our job properly, or do you look at that and say, hey, that's just the way it is?
You know what? I understand what you're saying, and I do agree that we've got a big responsibility here. I feel like Iacanos is not winning by a little bit. It's winning by a lot.
All right, fair enough.
And you know what?
Move it on.
Here's the thing. Iacanos and Tommy's are going to go head-to-head. Only one of those is emerging for the Final Four. So at least you won't have those two together in the Final Four.
Yellow Brick, it was a good run for you, my friends, but Iacanos moves on to the Elite Eight. They will face Tommy's coming up tomorrow.
We do recommend, especially for the places that lose, if you're mad about that, go order their pizza.
Correct.
The next chance you get to make up for the fact that you're mad that they didn't go on in the voting or whatever, your place didn't win, that's fine. Go get some of their pizza and you'll feel better.
Classics Pizza is the 8th seed, going up against the number 5 seed off of Franz Road, Enrico's. Enrico's, longtime place of mine. Again, they send us nothing, they give us nothing. And quite frankly, the 100-year-old people that work there probably have no idea they're even in this thing.
A common man and a who?
What? Oh, what?
Why do I think everybody there is just going to sound like Dom Taberi? We're going to be like, what? You want a
By the way,
pizza?
speaking of Dom, it's his birthday today.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday,
he took
Dom.
the day off. He's not here, but happy birthday, Dom.
Happy birthday.
I hope he's at Enrico's right now. I know he enjoys a little Enrico's.
That's a good pie.
Classic's very good. You know, they've been in business almost 40 years. You have to be doing something good if you're around that long. But for me, Enrico's is the superior quality product.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with you. I too like Enrico's more than Classics, which makes this next part tough because I have to tell you, the people, it's close. It's not that far off, but the people are pushing Classics slightly ahead of Enrico's.
All right.
But listen, man, we have autonomy to say and do what we want on this show. There are so many good pizzas that they do there at Enrico's. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it would be wrong for us to not have our voices heard if we are both so adamantly on the side of Enrico's.
Look, I like both of these. It's not like one's a pile of crap.
No.
Let's take a break. Let's you and I put our heads together and our genitalias together.
That's
come up with an idea.
What I thought you meant.
All right? Tetas. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and Hamilton Road, and traffic is slow on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lessig. The Ohio Laborers Union. They're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. Witness their members as they construct solar energy facilities, harnessing the power of the sun for Ohio's future. Build Ohio right. Build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring's going to be here before you know it. I know it feels cold now, but before too long, you're going to be outside running around, jogging, wanting to do golf, explore time with your family. Get outside and do the things you love. Just be active. And listen, a lot of my friends, they're asking me about QC Kinetics joint treatments. They want to know if they should consider it for their joint pain. And if you're wondering, maybe you could be a good candidate, let's see if the answer is yes to any of these questions. Quality of life impacted by chronic pain, knees, hips, back, shoulders, other things. Trouble sleeping, walking, day-to-day movement? Check. Next, avoiding surgery, the pain, the downtime? Check. Most importantly, do you miss doing the things I talked about when the spring and summer are here? Check. Don't wait. If you answered yes to one or any of those, you'd be a great candidate. You can go in there, go to QC Kinetics, ask for their free consultation, find out what it's all about, learn about the latest advances in regenerative medicine. They've got locations in Dublin and Gehenna, or you can go to qckinetics.com/Columbus, or better yet, call 380-208-4544.
When divorce places your world in jeopardy, Cordell & Cordell, one of the nation's largest family law firms, is committed to helping you. Cordell & Cordell is ready to fight for you in divorce and family law matters, providing the strength of legal experience and a history of success that we can share with you. Call us to schedule your consultation today or visit CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
For 100 years, our passionate Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay -108 than -110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A Tim Hortons treat with Nutella is the perfect way to add a little joy to your day, whatever your day brings. Imagine reading your book with a smooth hazelnut mocha iced cap topped with Nutella, or tackling your to-do list with a delicious croissant filled with Nutella and whipped sweet cream. And when you're heading to the office, grab a hazelnut mocha iced coffee with cold foam, because there's nothing better than combining that irresistible Nutella taste with your favorite Tims. Treat yourself with the Nutella lineup, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants, naturally and artificially flavored.
Bishop and Friends.
The true zipper merge should happen going from 3 to 2, but it shouldn't happen a mile and a half before the lane closed. It should actually happen right before the lane closes.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're looking at great weather this evening. Mild temperatures and mostly sunny skies will drop down into the mid-40s overnight. Temperatures in the upper 70s, near a record by Friday evening as clouds increase. Rain chances come in as we head through Friday night, early Saturday morning. Those chances turn to storm chances by the second half of the day Saturday. Keep an eye out for some possible strong weather. That's your latest Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Bone, when you have an issue, any issue,
yeah,
you want to go to the experts to take care of that issue, right?
Yes.
The people that you trust who deal with it on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Nobody sees more flaccid penises than my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They remedy that problem. They got you playing ring toss in the backyard. They know what's up. So if you were dealing with a limp noodle like I was watching that Buckeye basketball game last night, go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They have 2 quick locations in Columbus. I don't know why they're quick locations. You know what I mean. Quick exit off 270 in Hilliard and near the Medical Mile in Westerville. So you can go maybe find one of our pizza places. And on the way back, when you're feeling good,
yes,
barrel,
right,
because what they're going to do is give you a test dose right there in the office. And if the test dose doesn't work, your visit's free. But it will, and you'll be happy. Call them today. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Isn't there a pond out in front of Tri-State Men's Health? I believe they call it Lake Flaccid. No? No.
I'll tell you what, though.
The Olympics were there once.
Fish lives right next door to the one in Hilliard.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He will bring you a piping hot pizza.
Don't promise that that's going to happen. You don't know if that's going to happen.
Hashtag flaccid fishy.
I don't believe that for a second.
All right. And don't, because he lives right across the street from Tri-State Men's Health.
Of course. Just a contact buzz.
All right. It's a Sweet 16 of Man and Bones Pizza Madness. When last we left you, we were having a conversation about the 5 seed Enrico's and the 8 seed Classics. I like both of these. Obviously, you don't get to this level in the competition without being a solid pie. But I have more of an affinity for Enrico's. And yes, that has to do with geography. I know a lot of you are like, it's another Northeast Ohio place. Well, can I help it if that's where I live?
Northwest Columbus.
Northwest Columbus. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah. I need to go to Tri-State Men's Health and they can help me with my brain.
Ted's mad about that. He's always mad about anything involving Northwest Columbus. He doesn't like it.
Because he's a born and raised Southern hillbilly.
Yeah. I'm over on the southeast side.
Right,
I
get it.
Opposite.
You're complete opposite. There's no
too
good
far.
All right, if I say Enrico's, you're just going to yell at me then?
Yes.
No.
All right, Enrico's it is.
I'm not going to yell at you. Enrico's is great. And by the way, I plan on getting some pizza tonight. That may be where I stop because I need to get a little extra research going for the Elite Eight.
All right, it was a tough matchup, but Enrico's the 5 seed. We'll move on. Who will they face? Let's determine that now. Black Dog, the 3 seed, like right across the street from Enrico's.
Hey, Ted. So, what do you know? Another Northwest
Where's that
Columbus?
at? Northwest Ohio. Off France Road.
Columbus, not Ohio.
Why do I keep saying
it's
it?
It's not in Van Wert.
I'm stupid. You know what?
Eddie George is in Northwest Ohio, not this pizza place.
I want that out of context all the time. It's not in Van Wert.
What a good town. Van Wert.
Black Dog, the 3 seed, is up against the number 7 seed Flyers. Now, normally, Timmy would be in here to stump for Flyers, but he is sicky Timmy today.
Flyers, yeah.
But Teddy had an early exit yesterday. We were done at 5. So what did you do?
I did. I made a little order online there to Flyers in the Groveport location. And picked that up, took it home, and devoured it. And it is fantastic.
What did you get?
I got just pepperoni.
Just pepperoni. That's it. Pepperoni
just,
and cheese.
Basic. I want to try this out, and it was fantastic. And I'm jumping on the bandwagon now. It's they have a location near me, so I'm all in with Flyers. Taking Flyers to the Final Four. Here we go. Let's go.
So Teddy, if I acknowledge that Flyers is good and I vote and say yes, this is good, we should move them through. Does this atone for my sins of killing off Kingies for you, which is one of your favorite places, which is also close to you? This is now I'm giving you a place that is close to you.
Yes.
That's back in the competition.
Yeah, it wouldn't probably completely atone for it, but it would help greatly.
Let me ask you this question. I know there are 2 different types of pies, and Kingies is no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a Flyers in front of you, and there's a Kingies in front of you. Teddy, which one are you eating?
Man, I can't do favorites, right?
Yeah.
That's not
what do you mean you can't do favorites?
That's the whole point.
There's no competition.
Oh, man, I don't want to pick anybody. This is a competition.
It's really easy to sit back there and judge when you don't have to pick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Flyers and Kingies. Which one?
I guess I would still probably go slightly to Kingies, just probably because I've had them, more often and longer. So maybe at some point I'd turn to Flyers, but right now still be Kingies.
Nothing to do with anything other than I want to make Ted uncomfortable.
This is good.
Kingies or Christie's?
Christie's.
Oh,
as easy.
Not even a question.
I'm just a huge fan of Christie's. I love the Christie's.
You were Rick Pitino in the back room at Christie's back when you were banging.
Be honest. Did you and Christy have a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. It's fine. I get it. You had animal magnetism going for you.
Right,
That's fine.
So Teddy says Flyers over Black Dog. I like Black Dog a lot. I hope you give them a try. It's a carry-out place. They do copious amounts of specialty pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell they appreciate their craft because they're thinking about different flavors and pizza combinations, and I appreciate that. But I look at the voting, and I got to go with Teddy, too, that my vote is Flyers moves on. What say you, Bone?
I like Black Dog, but I would vote Flyers just personally, and then I look at the voting, and it is overwhelmingly in favor of Flyers, so we're going with Flyers here.
That means we will see an Enrico's and Flyers matchup when we get to the Elite Eight tomorrow.
I got to tell you, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with that because that's obviously a tough matchup for them. Also, I like how Flyers is just competing against 2 places that are basically across the street from each other. But Flyers, the voting for them throughout this entire tournament has been extraordinarily strong. So I'm curious because they're a chain, they're a local chain. There's a lot of them around. and a lot of people probably had them. I think we may have slept a little bit on Flyers as a possible dark horse to win this whole thing.
They could.
I think that absolutely is in the possibility here.
And you know what I'm going to do before I die? There's a list of things that I want to do.
Okay.
A lot of people have the bucket list, and it's, really big achievements like climb a mountain or get married, whatever it is, whatever's on your bucket list. For some reason on my bucket list, it is before I die, I am going to go to the Flyers corporate headquarters, which is a house on Avery Road, and knock on the door.
Yeah, you should.
If they have a doorbell, I'm gonna ring it, and I just want to see what happens if they invite me in. If there's someone in there cooking, I want to know what's happening in that house.
Is there a kitchen in that house, and that's their test kitchen? Maybe right there is where they're making.
Could be.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. I'm surprised how many locations they had, because I knew they had a few around like southwestern Columbus, but yeah, they have expanded quite a bit. They're all over the place now.
All right, here we go. Pineapple region. Eagles Pizza out in New Albany. They are the 1 seed. As a matter of fact, they are the number 1 seed in this entire tournament. They're still alive, and they're going up against another heritage favorite, the 4 seed Hound Dogs.
You love an Eagles Villa pizza.
I love both of these things. I did
love
a top
an Eagles
10.
Villa pizza.
I did a top 10 pizza list. I think it was last year or the year before, and both of these places were on it.
That's a tough draw, right? I mean, no matter which way you go here, you're getting great pizza. And I know you have said with Hound Dogs, what's the crust they do?
Smokin' Joe's.
Smokin' Joe's crust, a lot of people talk about, but you have said it's the thin crust, like their tavern style, that you prefer.
It is. Now, I want to say the Smokin' Joe's crust accounts for like 80% of their sales. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I get that. But
most people are getting that.
Yeah, and I'm saying like a lot of people probably when they think of Hound Dogs, they're thinking of whichever one they usually get. And if that is what you're used to getting, that's what a lot of people are voting for. But yeah, don't sleep on the tavern style because it is also very good.
All right, what are you thinking? Because I know you have an affinity for both these places.
You know what, man? I love Eagle Pizza. Eagles Villa Pizza is my favorite pizza place ever. It will always be my personal number 1.
I used to live right around the corner from there.
Yeah, I know
I too love it.
You love it as well. But I have to acknowledge that as much as I enjoy it, I know more people have had Hound Dogs. More people have enjoyed Hound Dogs over the years. And my own personal feelings aside, Hound Dogs is destroying them right now in the voting. I mean, it's like 2-1. So I get that. And I'm with you. I think if we really see a need to step in, we should. If we are going to save Columbus from bad pizza.
There's no bad pizza left in this competition.
That's what I mean. Usually, like if it was something like that, we're like, are you serious, Columbus? You don't know about this place? I think everyone's heard us talk about Eagles Villa Pizza. You need to get out to New Albany and try it if you haven't. But I also realize that we got to honor at least some point here what the people are saying, and it is not close. Hound Dogs is leading by a significant number.
Okay. All right. It pains me to do it.
Pains me to say that, bro.
I love you, Eagle. Hound Dogs, I love you too. And you've moved on to the next round. Coming up next, Rotolo's up against Manelli's. And then a matchup that could potentially send me to the hospital. JT's against Sexton's.
I thought about this. I actually woke up last night in a cold sweat thinking about this matchup.
I don't know what to do, but that is in 2 minutes. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane and causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side at the 71 East Split. And you're also going to run into a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Bo Bishop here. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or the 3 restaurant locations in Gahanna, Grandview, or Westerville. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
If your garage door is so loud that you can hear what I'm saying, but zero chance to really make out the words I said, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
Gonna take some gasoline, burn her house down. Pizza madness. Ba ba da ba ba ba. All right. The number 6 seed, Rotolo's, is up against the number 2 seed, Manelli's. Full disclosure, Rotolo's beat Carlucci's in the last round, and I was a Carlucci's guy. Yeah. If it were up to me, they'd still be in this competition. However, the will of the people is what won out, even though it's not necessarily always the case. All right?
Yeah.
Rotolo's is here, even though I protested against it.
Wow. Anyway, Rotolo's is really good.
That's fine, but we're going up against good and good, right?
I know. It's just you're like, first of all, Rotolo's trash.
I didn't say it was trash.
It's kind of how you're acting.
I'm just saying I didn't have them advancing this far. I would have had Carlucci's in this spot. That's all I'm saying.
I love Carlucci's too, but we both had to, we're trying to agree with the people here. By the way, go try Carlucci's if you haven't done it. Excellent.
Manelli's is the 2 seed. I enjoy. See, if Carlucci's and Manelli's went up against each other, I'd have a real problem.
Sure.
But to me, if I had 2 of these in front of me, I'm taking Manelli's every single time. Rotolo's quality product?
Quality product,
but
yes.
Manelli's is the choice for me, but I'm quite sure the people have it differently.
They do. Because I'm with you. I just feel like there's people who haven't had Manelli's. Is that what's going on? Like, listen.
Manelli's used to have multiple locations.
I know. But what I'm saying is, like, if you grow up on the east side, have you even heard of Manelli's? Like, because I did. I grew up east side, and I can tell you I never knew this place existed.
There's 2 huge blonde women that work there.
They're not. You say huge. They're like 5'8". Maybe.
They're bigger than that.
No, they're not. They're not super
tall. By the way,
tall.
that has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. I'm just trying to tell you.
No, it's like a family-run place, this Manelli's location out on the west side. And you're right. I don't know where all the locations were growing up, but I never remembered hearing about them, even though they've been around for a long time. So I tried them this year on your and Fish's recommendation, and I am like in love with that pizza. It is one of the best Columbus-style pizzas I've had. You get a lot of grease. You will get a lot of grease.
But I feel like it's an appropriate amount of grease. It's not overly greasy.
No, I'm saying it's a feature, not a bug, as far as that goes. I am with you that I prefer Manelli's to Rotolo's, and I really like Rotolo's. It's very good. Unlike Mike, who apparently wants to throw in the garbage.
Now. I used to go to Rotolo's back when they were banging in South Albany, whatever you want to call that over there.
Oh, yeah, you went to the South Albany location.
That location's closed now.
Okay. Well, see, sometimes you have that. Both these places have fewer locations.
That's right.
The people...
What do the people say?
...are 2-1 in favor of Rotolo's.
Teddy, have you had either of these?
No.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Too far.
That may be my favorite part of this entire time. As much as I love talking pizza and all that stuff, it's just when we are like struggling through the recommendations.
I'm looking for somebody to give me a lifeline.
No,
can't help you.
Nope. And that's, you know what, Ted, I'm glad you're not going to lie to us, Panama Ted. Because I know we've had those where it's like, oh, man, back when I was in Panama.
That's right.
You ate them empanadas.
Man,
no.
Manelli's in Panama. Oh,
Yeah.
That's great.
Panama Manelli's.
What do the YouTube people say? I'm just looking at YouTube.
Yeah, go see what they're saying. Go see if there's any justification
They're
for us
just
to move
fighting with
Manelli's
each
on.
other.
They're so mad about everything.
They're just fighting with each other.
Every time I jump,
They're on JT's already. We're not there yet.
people are already they're mad about flyers. They're mad about all this stuff. You know what? I see that someone from Black Dog, Jessica, jumped in the YouTube chat, said she's been listening. She works at Black Dog. She's part of the people there. She said it was an honor to be in, even though they lost today. So thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, I like how the people from
nice.
the pizza places are less angry at being eliminated than just strangers are.
Yeah. I don't.
Flyers going through! You're a communist!
Hey, listen. Did we have a gun to our head that said we had to sign up and do this and do a pizza madness? No. Did we know that when we brought up all these pizza places, there were going to be strong feelings on either side?
Yes, of course we knew.
Okay, so we can't sit here and be like, why are you guys so opinionated? The reality is we know that that's how this goes,
All right,
and we're ready for it.
I'm pissed off now. And when I'm pissed off, I'm right. Everybody else is wrong. Manelli's wins.
Okay.
Manelli's wins.
Hey, I'm not going to argue.
Ritolos.
I'm not going to argue because I love Manelli's.
All right, 2 seed Manelli's moves on. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass.
Kiss your ass.
Happy Hanukkah. All right.
We will never stop quoting that movie.
Now, the matchup. Actually, let's save that one for last.
Yeah,
we'll do that one last.
Go ahead.
Pepperoni region. We moved on. The 3 seed Pizza House is up against the 2 seed Dante's.
I feel like these are also close, like they're relatively close geographically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not that matters. I'm just saying if you're someone who is familiar with either Pizza House or Dante's, you might be familiar with both of them. I like Pizza House a lot. You know how I feel about a sliced sausage, so I'm always going to be a Pizza House guy on this. But I welcome hearing where you come from on that.
Dante's.
What? Just are you Ted? Are you Ted now?
Thank you.
What do you mean? Thank you.
Dante's.
What does that mean?
It means if they're in front of me, I'm taking Dante's.
Okay. Do you have any elaboration as to why?
Yes, I don't like the sliced sausage as much as you do.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
It's that.
But otherwise, good pie?
Yes, good pie. They're a 3 seed. They're here.
Okay.
But we have to judge between good here.
Fine. Now, I will tell you, I don't feel as strongly about Pizza House over Dante's as I did Manelli's over Ritolos.
Teddy?
Yes.
Have you had either of these pizzas?
What?
I've heard of them, yes. From the earlier rounds.
Teddy, I got something to say to you. Ready?
Yes.
To say one of them?
No. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Titas.
Nice.
Thanks. By the way, those hats are going for like $1,000.
Yeah,
now.
they
You know
should.
that?
They're great. They should never stop selling them. Titas.
All right. It sounds like Dante's is going through, despite.
No, I want to hear what the people say.
The people are like 2-1 Pizza House over Dante's.
Okay, well, let's do it then.
What do you mean? Let's do it. You're
Go
going
ahead.
Pizza House?
I flexed my muscle with Manelli's. I'm not going to do it again.
Okay. All right. Pizza House.
Do Pizza House.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Pizza House, the 3 seed, moves on. Who will they face? It's between the number 1 seed, JT's, and the number 4 seed, Sexton's. All right.
This is going to be, like we said,
two of my favorites. Completely different styles of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Sexton's is an artisan pizza, fired hot, fired quick. Copious amounts of leopard spotting. Some say burnt. They'd be wrong and dumb.
That is correct.
It's not. JT's, thin, crispy. You can get your choices of crust accompaniments. For example, by the way, an entire week of eating pizzas last week. What did I do on Sunday? I went to JT's for lunch and ate pizza.
Oh,
that should speak to the JT's.
JT's is unbelievable. And Sexton's is too. I think if they were seated differently or on different sides of this bracket, you could end up with this being a championship match.
But that's not the way
it's just how it felt. It's how it fell this year. What can you do?
But I got a sausage and a pep at JT's,
mm-hmm.
and I asked for the garlic Parmesan crust where they brush garlic butter on the crust and then they sprinkle parm on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's...
And then pee-pee flew out.
I don't know what that part means. Do you mean that it felt better down there for you?
Yes.
Or do you, okay,
Yes,
I didn't know if you meant you actually like used the bathroom or what that meant. I wasn't sure. Okay. Just
for some reason, I've always done that. Like my father does this too.
Gone to the bathroom when you have good pizza?
No. Oh. That's like the barometer of how good something is. Like I got new speakers recently, and my father comes over who also cherishes his stereo, which is where I got it from.
Yeah.
He was always tinkering with things, and he comes over and says, "How's the speakers?" I said, "Oh, man, get ready to change your diaper when you come down there." Or how's that restaurant? "Oh, man, their pizza's so good, you change your diaper."
Change your diaper.
For some reason, it's always, if it's great, you're just losing all control of your functions and crapping and pissing all over the place. I don't know why.
I just picture, again, like, did your family, when you went to weddings, people were like, "This is so wonderful, I just,
I don't know why.
Like, they just lose control of their bowels whenever they're happy? Makes no
but my
sense.
father, he'll say, like, "Oh, we tried a new place this weekend. Oh, yeah, how was it?" "Oh, crap yourself good."
That's bad.
No, it's good.
No, if
crap yourself is good.
If I'm ever in a situation where I might crap myself, it's an unnerving, terrible situation I don't enjoy.
No, listen to me. Looky here. Common Man here for JT's and Sexton's. These are two places that are so good, you'll crap yourself.
Okay.
Put that on a little poster board and put it outside your restaurant.
Yeah, put it in your restaurant. Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break.
Well, all right.
We're gonna come back with Degenerate T-Bone. We'll do that. We'll also declare a winner. Number 1 seed JT's. This is our final matchup of the day. Number 1 seed JT's, the 4 seed Sextons. If you haven't gotten your vote in, do so now at Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. You can also pop in the YouTube chat or text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And there's a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from James Road to 270. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. All tournament long, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say "I do" with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Bands are us when dreams don't get in. Bands are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bands are us when dreams don't get in. Bands are us.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle and Market District. Find everyday savings and bargains on produce, meat, and more. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting long-term lower prices. With our weekly sales, deals for days promotions, and My Perks loyalty program, Giant Eagle helps make the most out of every shopping trip. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle and Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And bet and reduce juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter. Chubby time. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Degenerate T-Bone coming up in mere moments, but we have one more pizza matchup that we have to figure out. It pains me to eliminate one of these, but we have to. The number 1 seed JT's up against the number 4 seed Sexton's. Two completely different styles of pizza.
Yep.
But again, I use this criteria. If I have both in front of me right now, what am I eating? And the answer is probably JT's.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Oh, I love both of them, but I'm probably going JT's as well. And again, I admit my bias is towards...
Now, Teddy has had both of these, so I'm actually going to ask Ted.
Yeah, Ted, where do you come down on these two?
Well, I had both of these just last week, and I did enjoy both of them. And like you said, Common Man, they are completely two different pizzas. But if I had to sit down and just choose one, I'm going with JT's.
Yeah. Again, it's more like the Columbus-style pizza. And not that means
it has nothing to do with that.
No, I know, but I think they do a great job with it. I do. I've had it off and on for years, but it has I don't think I've ever come back to a pizza and said, my God, I forgot how good this was. Like every time I have it, I'm just more and more impressed.
All right. JT's, the number 1 seed. They will move on and face the number 3 seed Pizza House.
Mm-hmm.
Elite 8 coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, so here are the matchups as I can recall them. JT's
and Pizza House.
As Pizza House, as you said. Then we've got Manelli's taking on Hound Dogs.
Right.
On the other side of the bracket,
Enrico's. And Flyers.
Yep.
And then a fight to the death between Tommy's and Iacano's. There must be a winner.
Yep.
There must be a winner. Degenerate T-Bone.
Common Man and T-Bones. Degenerate T-Bone.
Degenerate T-Bone.
T-Bone's picks for the weekend.
Sponsored by Ohio Health. Choose between virtual or in-person appointments at 200-plus care sites, providing the finest care anywhere. OhioHealth.com/finest care.
Bone. Well, man, we have got some college basketball. I don't know if everybody's aware. It is March, and there's a lot of madness going on. There's a lot of stuff happening. So tonight you got a couple of games to keep an eye on. These are both tournament games for the conference tournaments. March Madness, NCAA tournament starts next week. Purdue taking on USC in the Big Ten tourney. This is 9 p.m. on BTN in case you want to watch. Trojans entered this postseason with one of the worst defensive ratings in the conference. And in the home stretch of their schedule, it's actually slipped even worse than it was earlier in the season. I mean, they just have not improved. They won once in the final 7 regular season games, and they've allowed almost 82 points per game during that slide, 81.9, whatever it was. Purdue, I'm looking at the over here. Over-under for Purdue's point total is 79.5 for this game. You can find that multiple places. Purdue and USC played each other back on February 7th, a little over a month ago, and Purdue won that game 90-72, but one thing Purdue didn't do well in that game was shoot from outside. They were 6 for 26 on three-pointers. That's not like them. They are 9th nationally in three-point percentage at nearly 39% from the field, from outside. They also only scored 10 points off turnovers in that game where they scored 90. Something else USC gives up a lot of is turnovers. So I would say on a neutral court, USC probably plays a little better. I don't think it's going to be a blowout necessarily, but I do think Purdue gets over 79.5, and I would dare say they probably get out a little bit more in the turnover game, and they hit some threes better than they did when they played the first time. I'm going to take the over on Purdue getting over 79.5 against USC. Now, also tonight, Oklahoma is taking on Kentucky. Oklahoma's over-under is what I'm looking at here. The over-under for them is 77.5. Kentucky has a decent defense, but they, too, love to get out and run. So their games tend to be high scoring on both sides. They have surrendered 82-plus points in 5 of their last 7 games, has Kentucky. That includes previous time that these two teams played where Oklahoma shot 53% from the floor, 40% from deep, and it was a 1-point game in the 80s. So over-under 77.5 seems like a real thing. Sooners 21st in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency, according to KenPom, and they scored more than 80 in their 5 of their previous 6 contests. So Kentucky does not apply a ton of ball pressure. They are not the type of team that's going to get up in your face, do a lot of half-court pressing, stuff like that. They are actually 338th in the country in opponent turnover rate, are the Wildcats. So Oklahoma should be able to get their guards some good looks, should be able to set up their offense, and I think that means they'll hit the over as well. Now, it also, I will be fair, when I bet and I watch basketball, I hate betting unders. So I don't typically look for matchups where there are unders. I look for ones where I think the team is likely to hit the over. Maybe that's confirmation bias. But for me, Oklahoma over 77.5 points and Purdue over 79.5 points. Those are 2 of my plays tonight in college basketball.
Thanks, Bone.
Back to you, Shades McGee.
Future's bright, Bone. I feel it. Future's bright.
Why are you wearing sunglasses? Because of the future's bright.
Why not?
Why not?
Future's bright.
Those are nice sunglasses.
I do want to dedicate the program to someone today. Usually you have to die for that to happen, but this is just a retirement. Congratulations to Dennis Dodd from CBS Sports, longtime columnist. He has decided to retire, and I think I speak for all of us when I say, please don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, you piece of rotting crap.
A-hole.
Not a fan of Dennis Dodd?
No.
Oh.
He's spent his entire... Look, and he's a columnist. I get it. Right? He's paid for his opinion. I just happen to think his opinion sucks. And he's spent his entire career telling fans of other fan bases how they can be better fans.
Yeah, I mean, the lectures were often nauseating.
He was just daddy lecturing us about everything.
Yeah.
We dare we care? How dare you be passionate? Even though that's what keeps him afloat, and that's why people read his crap, is that we're passionate about it. But that's all right. Hey, he had a nice career. He's very bald. Enjoy retirement.
He's very bald. Intense. He's like intensely bald, I would say.
Intense. That's good.
Yeah.
I got some more good news for you. Ready for this?
I am.
You can finally own, I've been looking for this, now it's here. You can finally own a piece of O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
We're going to talk about it next. His testicles are going up for auction. No, it's not that.
I don't want any part of that.
Oh, I want it.
I don't.
Future's bright.
Nope.
Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 10-minute delay if you need to travel on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Hamilton Road. And traffic is moving slowly on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Scott the Scots here. How did the grass feel when it woke up from winter? A little crabby. Get it? Crabgrass? Right now, there's a short window of time to apply Scott's Turf Builder Halt's Crabgrass Preventer. It stops crabgrass before it invades and feeds your lawn for a fast green up after winter.
Save up to $20 today at the Home Depot or Lowe's for Scott's Day Long Saving Time. Offers valid March 6th through 19th. See store for full details and product selection.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, did you know that March has a lot of college basketball?
Why, yes, I did, Common Man. And the best place to watch all the action and play the action is at Hollywood Casino. You can reserve your table now at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Not only that, every Saturday in March is UFC Fight Night. They're showing every fight on the big screen. Watching at home is boring. Don't be boring.
All the action happens at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you join the plus side with AAA, that's all you'll have to do. Or you could learn to change your own tire.
Hey fam, what's up? Today I'm gonna teach you to change a flat. Before we start, make sure it's not raining, or hailing, or lightning.
You can have AAA find you the right insurance policy, or you can shop for your own.
Hello?
I'm with Mega Insure. You requested a quote?
Yes, 3 months ago.
You could have our travel advisors plan your dream vacation, or book your own travel.
Woo! Panama City Beach! Spring break!
I thought you said we were going to Panama.
Wait, there's a difference?
Skip the hard work. On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plusside. What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
March is on at Lindsay Honda. Shoot your shot and save. It's madness. You get to choose your finance rate on over 600 new Lindsay Hondas. 0%, 1.9, 2.9, and up to a full 60 months long. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. March is on at Lindsay Honda. Save with rates as low as 0% at lindsayhonda.com.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-324-4060. That's 614-324-4060 or loveyourveins.com.
When divorce
divorce puts your life's work on the line, Cordell & Cordell is ready to help you protect it. As a business owner, you've dedicated years building a legacy now at risk due to divorce. Let our experienced family law attorneys fight for you and that legacy. Cordell & Cordell is one of the nation's largest family law firms. Call to schedule your consultation today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Look at that selection of outdoor furniture. Yeah, whatever your space or budget, you'll find a setup for outside. How about an outdoor chaise lounge for my get some sun side? Yeah, and a table for my come on over, I'm grilling side. And outdoor lights for my date night on the patio side. Ooh, you're good. I try. We've got what you need to create an outdoor oasis. Plus, delivery starts at $19 when you shop online or choose to pick up at your local store today.
Go to IKEA-USA.com for more details. Restrictions apply. Some products may require assembly.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Blue Jackets at home with the Vegas Golden Knights at Nationwide Arena. 7 p.m. face-off here on the Fan. Going into play presently, the Jackets hold the second wild card spot in the NHL's Eastern standings, just 1 point ahead of Montreal. Finals today from college basketball tournaments in the ACC. Duke beat Georgia Tech 78-70. In the Big Ten in Indianapolis, it was Oregon over Indiana 72-59. St. John's knocked off Butler 78-57 in the Big East. And in the Big 12, it was BYU defeating Iowa State 96-92. University of Minnesota dismissed head coach Ben Johnson today. Murray State expected to hire Creighton assistant Ryan Miller. The Las Vegas Raiders have agreed to a one-year deal with running back Raheem Mostert, who was released last month by Miami. And in golf opening round of the PGA Players Championship at Ponte Vedra in Florida, Lucas Glover, the leader, at 6 under par. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, if you want to watch us on YouTube, I mean, I recommend against it, but
yeah,
I do recommend you go there and just hop into the chat because all of our craziest listeners are there. Just search 971 The Fan on YouTube. And I just saw this post from Eddie, which is exactly the type of behavior that we hoped Pizza Madness would inspire. I picked up Carlucci's and ate a few pieces on my way to Tommy's. Carlucci's was really good, but Tommy's blew it away. Look, it has nothing to do with what he thought of the pizza. It's the fact that you're going to one pizza place. You decide, hey, man, I'll stop at this other one and pick up some for the ride to this pizza place.
That is... I mean, spiritually, I don't know anything about this Eddie guy, but he and I are like spiritual brothers. If you would go, that's just in food thing in general. If you would go to one food place and on your way say, you know what, why don't I pick something up to make
on my way?
This drive is going to take me a while to get over there. I might as well have something to nosh on while I'm on the way. Then I'll get my food and enjoy that. That's a man after my own heart.
Also, the voting for the Elite Eight is up now. You can see it on our Twitter page at manandbone971. Please vote.
Well,
you have 24 hours to do so.
Better vote because, one, it's important for the pizza of this city, right? We need to determine a winner. We want as many votes as possible. Also, Jen Winters is violently throwing up as we speak.
She's still throwing up in her wicker basket. Just spewing all over the place.
However, she's been ill, and Jen sent us an email saying, I'm working from home. And we're like, oh, okay, Jen, well, you're working from home. And then she's been sick. I didn't know she was sick. Jen could just take the day off, but she has decided because it's Pizza Madness time, she doesn't want to take the day off. She wants to work through the pain. So she is posting all of this for you and for us, I guess, but mostly for you, the audience. So don't let her sacrifice be in vain. She's posting all this now. Go vote. Follow us on Twitter at manandbone971.
I'm going to vote right now. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for.
I already voted.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to vote here.
I'm not telling you who I voted for.
I'm going to vote
Oh, I know who you're voting
here.
for.
You don't know anything.
I know you've clicked on there. I know who you clicked on.
Here. That's not right.
I know you clicked on. Yep. I saw you.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, I saw exactly what you did.
Click on that there.
Mm-hmm. You voted for Rubino's.
Not in it.
Oh, no?
Not in it.
Okay.
That's why Jen is spewing into Wicker. Because she's very upset that
I'm
Rubino's
going to
is
see
gone.
them on tour next week. Spewing into Wicker. My guys. crazy mathcore band out of Wichita. Spewing into Wicker.
The Super's name on Mad About You, Mr. Wicker.
Oh.
There's something that no one remembers.
Isn't there a guy in sports media named Seth Wickersham?
That is correct.
I believe.
There is a Seth Wickersham.
Isn't there a reporter?
There was also a Nicolas Cage movie called The Wicker Man. Teddy's seen it.
I have seen it.
How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing good.
Can I tell you something? It's just between you and me.
No, not one of them.
This ain't one of them.
I'm just trying to think of other Wickers, but I think I'm out. I think you won.
Wicker. Wicker.
Barely know her.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that how a candle maker proposes?
Wicker?
Yeah. I don't know.
That is. What do you call a guy who puts the wick in the candle?
A wicker.
All right, this segment sucks.
A bag of wicks.
A personal collection from O.J. Simpson is going up for auction. Being sold online.
What's in the collection is my first question, because there are some items that I'm sure would fetch a lot of money.
I'm going to tell you. First of all, no joke, a collection of gloves is up for auction from his closet.
Okay.
I don't know if it's murder gloves, but, you know.
Alleged. Well, hey.
No, there's no alleged.
No, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit, Johnny Cochran.
You killed at least 2 people.
Yeah, he was. Well, 1, he's dead, so he can't hear you. 2, a civil trial said he was responsible for those deaths.
Yeah, and by the way, I hope all the money that you get from the auction goes to the Goldmans.
It probably, a lot of it will.
You probably paid them $5.
I'm guessing a lot of it
you
will.
Killed their son. Okay. Among the things up for auction, you tell me what you'd like to bid on. You have to bid on something. You can't say, no, I don't want to bid on it.
Okay.
A framed photo of O.J. and Bill Clinton, signed by both men after they shared a round of golf.
You know what? I'm going to say bid on that, because I'm afraid to find out what else is there. But go ahead. I'm just going to put it out there that's the one I would bid on.
Now, this is my personal favorite. I would get this one. An inscribed and signed living Bible that was given to Simpson as a gift by lawyer and personal friend Robert Kardashian.
Oh.
There's so much I like about that. Robert Kardashian and the Bible. Because when I think of O.J., very holy man.
Someone should get that for Khloe Kardashian, allegedly.
Why? What's she doing?
What do you mean? You don't know the thought that Khloe may not be Robert Kardashian's daughter?
No, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, that's a theory. I'm not saying it's accurate.
Who's her father? Chewbacca?
No. The theory is that her father is Orenthal James Simpson.
Oh,
and
really?
That there was an affair.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a thing. Now, I'm not saying it's accurate. I don't know. I wasn't there. Hashtag sources, hashtag allegedly, hashtag don't sue me. I'm just saying that's a thought has been out there, because people have done side-by-sides of OJ's daughter, who is now like in her 20s, and then when like Khloe was in her 20s.
I had no idea.
And they put them side by side and said they look very similar.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just telling you, that's a theory that's out there.
Among the football memorabilia being sold includes a replica of his 1968 Heisman Trophy. Replica.
Okay.
And a trophy he earned after becoming the first player in NFL history to rush for over 2,000 yards in a season in 1973.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
I mean,
also a collection of gloves, like I said.
I feel like if I had an OJ picture of him and Bill Clinton, people would just look at that and go, I don't know, man, the 90s were weird, and just move on, right? If I had trophies of his, I feel like that's where people would say, why do you have a trophy of OJ Simpson's? Why would you want something like honoring him? At least that other one, you could say, well, there's a president in this other one, right? That's a little different.
People went to Vegas just to get his autograph. I'm just saying, they stood in line, they paid money to get an autograph from this guy.
I don't know. You know, people are weird, right? There's lots of weirdos that will go meet people who have very questionable concerns about what they've done in their personal lives. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but it still is disappointing.
All right, speaking of weird, the Steelers apparently have an offer out to Aaron Rodgers, who is mulling it, I guess. Adam Schefter went on one of his local radio hits, not the one he does here with Rothman and Ice, but I think the one that he does in Milwaukee, where they presumably hate Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. Do they?
I would think.
I don't know. I don't know if it blew over and they're fine now. I don't know. But anyway, he essentially said, make up your mind already, you flaky SOB.
Yeah,
about Aaron Rodgers.
He said because he's trying to pick between the Giants and the Steelers, and
What's
he said
to pick?
Yeah, that's what Adam Schefter basically said. Was like, there's no, just decide what you want to do and do it, and let us know. And I think part of that is because he works in the media and he would like to have something to talk about. But I think also part of that is Adam Schefter secretly hates Aaron Rodgers. I'm convinced of that.
Well, I openly hate Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you got a choice between the Giants and the Steelers, you don't pick the Steelers, you're an idiot. If that's truly what they're saying, if the Steelers truly have a contract out there, the fact that he would have any opportunity to start after the last 2 years he's had is a godsend.
Of course. But also, I think so here's the secret option C. People are saying that he is doing that with hopes that the Vikings would like swoop in and have interest in him or something. And
if you were going to do that, if you're the Vikings and you're going to do that and not go on J.J. McCarthy because you don't think he's ready or you think your team is too good and you'd be doing your veterans a disservice by starting a rookie, fine. You had Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just keep Sam Darnold if that's your option?
What, to own the Packers fans with like, hey, look who we got. We got your former guy.
He did that.
Yeah.
His name was Brett Favre.
And how'd that work out? We heard. Remember the radio clip we used to play of him?
Got to the Super Bowl.
I know. They were very close.
I got to find that.
I know. I sprung that on you last minute. But their radio guy, I remember when he throws the pick and he's like, oh, there we go. Great. Yeah. Fine. Ah! He's just so mad. And it's one of my favorite audio clips we've ever played on this show.
I think is it pick six against the Jets or interception against the Saints?
I think it's interception against the Saints. I think that's the one.
Was this the NFC Championship game?
I feel like that's why.
Versus the Saints.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here we
that's
go.
right.
Brett Favre goes back to pass. He pumps. Now he fires over the middle. Intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It was intercepted by Tracy Porter. I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
He's angry and I love it. Not because I want the Vikings to be bad, just because I like it when local radio guys are like, you know what, screw this. This sucks. I'm calling out the coach, the players, whoever. I'm calling them out. I hate them. Good.
That was a bad series of events.
Sure.
The end of that game, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah. It was all kinds of cluster F.
Torg just drove his car off the road.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm in a rickshaw.
No, he's not.
Our ode to the corn jerkers is coming up next.
Oh.
If you don't know what that is, well, congratulations.
Get ready. Get ready to learn.
The jerkers are going to come for you. Corn jerkers.
That's it. Just get ready.
Okay. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. And things are slow on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Cemetery Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Murphy Tractor. Your job is demanding, so choose a partner who delivers more. At Murphy Tractor and Equipment, they provide John Deere equipment that sets the standard for reliability and performance. Visit murphytractor.com and take your job site to the next level. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Common Man here for Worthington Jewelers. I was the voice of another company for a long time, and then my good friend Bob Capace changed my mind about the jewelry experience. 25 years of local, 25 years of relationships. Experience the difference for yourself just like I did. The spring bridal sale is going on right now. You buy one, you get one 50% off. The best prices of the year on natural and lab-grown diamonds. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
I found a fountain of youth down there at QC Kinetics.
That's Henry Hinton, feeling like his young, active self again after treatments at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine.
I still have trouble walking down steps as I get older. I've had one treatment so far, and I can already tell a difference in my knee.
And that treatment at QC Kinetics used Henry's own natural healing properties, concentrated and placed right at the source of the pain. So Henry and patients just like him will enjoy long-term relief without surgery or downtime.
My knee is not hurting. I remember I was walking down some steps yesterday, and I thought, wow, this is not hurting when I walk down steps. steps. I'm all in on it. I'm all in on QC Kinetics.
It's time to wind back the clock to days without constant joint pain. Start with a call to QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set a second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's Sponsored Jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're looking at great weather through this evening and into tonight. Mostly clear skies, perfect to see the eclipse. Temperatures will fall down into the mid-40s overnight. Look for temperatures that get to the upper 70s, even close to 80 by Friday afternoon. Clouds increase throughout the day. We'll see rain chances late Friday, early Saturday morning. Some of those could come with some thunder, but stronger storms are possible later in the day Saturday. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The show that will tickle you stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Join us tomorrow as we continue our pizza madness with the Elite Eight. You can vote now at Man and Bone 971 on the X. It's if you go to the X,
yeah,
it's in between the prostitute ads and the political ads that are just shoved down your throat. Thank you.
You forgot the crypto ads. You get those.
Crypto ads
get those
as well. Yeah.
You know what I had today in my feed? Just randomly, there was some story, and it wasn't even like a political thing or anything like that, but it was just some article about like a high school athlete overcoming something or other, I forget. And then I look and see, oh, who's this from? And I go, Michelle Tafoya. I'm like, I don't follow Michelle Tafoya at all.
She placed an ad.
And then I look and see, sure enough, up in the upper right, it's an ad. And so I blocked Michelle Tafoya. Sorry.
I block every ad, and
I
yet
block
I keep getting annoying ads.
If you're one of these idiots who gets your blue check mark and thinks on Twitter, good, now I will buy these ads or I will place these ads, just know that if you do that, I don't care what, you could be selling T-Bone is the greatest person in the history of the world T-shirts that all the proceeds go to me.
You're not going to block that.
I'm blocking it because it's just on principle. I don't need any ads, so I block them. And then Twitter always comes in and says, "Oh, hey,
you can pay Elon, and then he'll take the ads away."
Go F yourself. I'm not paying anything. I'm using it for free, and I will block every person who does an ad that way. You're welcome.
All right, shall we talk about the corn jerkers? You want to give the history of this?
Well, Teddy last week just casually mentioned we were talking about the town of Canberra, Australia, which, lo and behold, unbeknownst to any of us, Canberra is the capital city of Australia.
I had no idea.
And so that came up during the show. We were talking about it. And then at some point, Ted said, "Oh, man, yeah, the Canberra corn jerkers." And I don't even know why you said that, Teddy, but it made us all laugh. So then I decided stupidly to Google Canberra corn jerkers. And once I got through the copious amounts of adult film ads that came through there, I eventually found out there was a team called the Canberra Corn Jerkers. And many years ago, they produced a song to ramp up their crowd, get everybody hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, this is old. This goes back to probably the 50s, judging by the sound of it, but I thought it was catchy, so I thought we should play it.
We're the mighty corn jerkers from Canberra town. If your corn is up, we'll jerk it right down. No matter if it's practice or on game day. When you see us jerking, get out of the way. We're the corn jerkers. Yeah, the corn jerkers. When it's time to get working, we get to jerking. Canberra knows that every fall, the corn jerkers will answer the call. From the stands in Canberra, let the anthem burst. Fans know the corn jerkers always come first. Through blood and sweat, we jerk all day. The corn jerkers rise and show the way. We're the corn jerkers. Yeah, the corn jerkers. When it's time to get working, we get to jerking. Canberra knows that every fall, the corn jerkers will answer the call.
There's an interlude.
I guess where you can dance if you want to.
Guess.
I don't know. I mean, maybe grab someone close to you, twirl them, maybe give them a little dip.
Where's the bullwhip?
I don't know. There's a big chorus coming at the end.
We're the corn jerkers. Yeah, the corn jerkers. When it's time to get working, we get to jerking. Canberra knows that every fall, the corn jerkers will answer the call.
When it's time to get working, we get to jerking.
We're the corn jerkers.
Good luck not having that stuck in your head.
They even grow corn in Australia?
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
They have beef. Why wouldn't they have corn?
It's not indigenous.
What do you mean it's not?
I don't know if the soil is right.
You know what? I bet nowadays they figured out how to grow it. I'm going to look it up. But you know, either way, they know how to jerk their corn. That's what I know. And I'm glad Ted mentioned that because I had no idea about this team. But now,
you know, when you say jerkers, I can't not think about Thomas Menino.
Why?
The former dead mayor of the city of Boston, when he was previewing the Blue Jackets and the Bruins when they faced off in the playoffs.
Thomas Menino was known for not being able to, like, he always confused things and would always stumble over his words in official press conferences.
Elected officials that have this issue.
Nope.
So here's fake dead Thomas Menino as he previews the Jackets and the Bruins.
Hello, fellow Bostonians. I'm your former dead mayor, Thomas Menino. Recently, it has come to my attention that the Columbus Blue Jackets are facing our beloved Bruins in a Stanley Cup playoff matchup. As such, here are some of the players for the Blue Jerkers that you need to watch out for. Head coach John Turturro has some tremendous players at his disposal, such as Artemi Pandering and Sergio Bonglovsky. Peter Luke Dubious will look to strike early and often, while Clam Atkins Diet showcases a set of skills rarely seen in the NHL. Zeke Wachowski is a young defenseman who is dangerous on the power play, and along with Seth Bones, they make a formidable defensible pairing. The Jerkers are hoping to put the biscuit in the bathhouse, and it will be up to the Bees to make sure they don't light the hemp during this cereal. Thank you all, and let's go Brewers. We love you, and we hope you can win one for Bosnia. Good day.
That's so stupid. I don't know why I like it so much. Good job out of you. That could be the best thing you ever did.
Thanks, buddy.
What do you think, Teddy?
Tom Menino is one of my favorite
I love
impressions.
them all. Yeah, they're all
I
good.
love Tom Menino.
Do you have some more in there?
I wish he was alive.
I actually have real Tom Menino.
Yeah, so people can hear what he sounded like.
These are his greatest hits.
I mean, it's been a while since people probably heard what the living mayor of Boston, who's now dead, sounded like.
And now Boston Mayor Thomas Menino's greatest hits. John.
In Boston, we have an amazing set of remarkable athletes whose action in the moment have become ionic.
Well, we're rooting hard to bring back the World Series Cup to Boston like we did in 2004 and 2007.
Havlicek stole the ball, Fisk waving the ball fair, Flutie launching the Hail Mary pass, Veritek splitting the uprights.
The last game we had with Brady did. I mean, Brady has those wide receivers out there, the Grabowski, Hernandez, Wes Buckler. I mean, he has them all. What the Celtics have is really, they have a lot of experience, a lot of heart in this team. Let me just tell you, KJ is a great head, but Hondo's really the inspiration. Hondo drives that team. Today we dedicate this plaque, which will serve as a reminder.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more from Thomas Menino.
He's dead.
Well, but that doesn't mean we can't do something with it. You never know. He may pop up sometime soon.
Where's the this is not Tom Menino. It's actually former Illinois Governor George Ryan.
Oh.
Who wound up going to prison because they all do.
Well, right. Wasn't it Rod Blagojevich?
He went to prison,
who
too.
also went to prison,
Yes.
who was another governor from Illinois.
You're an Illinois governor. You go to prison.
You better watch your ass, J.B. Pritzker.
He's too rich to go to prison.
Fair enough. He's a billionaire. Yeah.
Here is George Ryan announcing the presence of Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka is there. He's being announced.
Okay.
Except that's not who was actually announced.
And this guy right here understands and knows what leadership is all about. The coach, the Hall of Famer, Dick Butkus.
Hey, George, thank you.
Dick Butkus.
The fact he goes up and says, hey, George, thank you. That's good. I like it. How
Dick Butkus. What happened? Is Ditka doing okay? Because last I heard he was in hospice. He's probably kicking hospice's ass.
Yeah, he probably is. Well,
Come over here, hospice.
Is that how he sounds now?
Chewing gum. He's riding his golf cart all over hospice.
See, in my mind, he sounds like Norm. I know what he sounds like because I've heard him talk, but in my head now, he sounds like Norm Macdonald doing the Burt Reynolds impression. I'm like, yeah, I won a Super Bowl. It's funny. Yep. Like he's just chewing gum and saying little to nothing.
We don't have enough Ditka in the system. We really don't. Let's see what I got here. Teddy, have your finger on the dump button because I have not listened to this in advance.
We'll see what happens.
There's 3 quarterbacks on this football team. Whichever one starts. Whichever ones don't, we'll back him up. Period. Cut and dried. It's nobody's concern but ours. Nobody's. Next.
Injuries from the game.
Talk to the trainer. Next.
Mike, why are you in such a bad mood?
What do you care? Okay. You were 2-7, you'd be in a bad mood too.
That's right. And by the way, I appreciate he's being efficient with that press conference. He's moving it along.
The way he says next is I just want to adopt that energy in my life. But also, I really liked how he said, he was trying to say period, like end of story, end of discussion. But he said period. Like there was no D. It was just period. Yeah, period. Next. Great. Cut it, print it, period.
And this guy right here understands and knows what leadership is all about. The coach, the Hall of Famer, Dick Butkus.
Hey, George, thank you.
I wish we had someone here named George so we could just play that all the time. Hey, George, thank you. George Matthews, bring him back.
Hey, we haven't done Fat Boy Food Tip today, have we?
No.
Fat Boy Food Tip! Next, Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on westbound 70 on the west side at Mound Street. Police are on scene, adding to that slowdown. And we've got a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the north outer belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts. That's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps. And put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom T-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're on the go, every minute of the day counts. Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup helps you make the most of every second. Get all your weekly shopping online, quickly and easily, from wherever you are, whenever you want. Then have your Meijer order delivered to your home, or swing by and pick it up when you're out and about. Whatever works best for your schedule. The good life is in reach with Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
I got something for you.
Yeah? What you got?
Well, I got
something for you first.
What?
I got Jacob telling me that Australia grows corn. Bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they're doing that.
I just didn't know if the climate was right for corn.
He said they grow corn.
They got a lot of bush there.
Well, they do.
Dry bush.
And outback. Primarily for livestock feed, human consumption, and as raw material for various industries, with sweet corn being a significant part of the crop. So thank you, Jacob. Now we all know that.
You know who you can thank for that?
Who's that?
The Americas.
You know who else you can thank for getting that corn to harvest? The corn jerkers of Australia. Someone's got to pick that corn.
Mm-hmm.
The Canberra corn jerkers, I'm sure, are part of that whole thing.
That corn was an indigenous food.
Oh, yeah, I know.
North America, along with tomatoes.
Yeah.
You go to Europe, their tomatoes are falling on your head, but they didn't used to be there.
Right.
We gave it to them. I mean indigenous people that we found and killed.
Well, you didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. European people came over here and did that.
I support it.
No, I don't.
I do.
I don't. That's where we're different.
Yeah, just that.
I don't support genocide. You do. That's one of our main differences, I feel like.
All right.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
And I want to read you something that I found in Newsweek.
Okay.
Because I hear a lot of people say, you know what, Common Man and T-Bone, you're giving people just a bad taste of what fast food is.
All right.
We talk about fast food too much, and it's unhealthy. It's ruining our lives. And let me just read this to you from Newsweek. That pinko commie rag.
Okay.
Newsweek. Plano,
Sure.
Texas. Plano, Texas, a short 30-minute drive from downtown Dallas, is famous for its abundance of fast food restaurants, earning it a reputation as one of the top fast food capitals in America. Yet, it is also one of the healthiest and happiest cities in the country, thanks to its high quality of life, strong economy, and well-planned green spaces.
Oh, okay.
A Business Insider report found that Plano residents spend 2.3 times more on fast food than the national average and visit fast food restaurants 2.1 times more often than most Americans. Madison, Wisconsin, and Wichita, Kansas rank second and third, respectively, showing significantly above average spending on fast food.
Oh.
So they're healthy.
So healthy, but they also eat fast food.
That's right.
Because this just in, health does not necessarily correlate with eating fast food or not. There was a guy who, like a food scientist, someone who studied all this stuff, who I remember he went for like 6 months and ate nothing but candy bars. Do you remember this study? I mean, it wasn't a study. It was just one guy. But what he did was, no, hear me out. He was a professor. He was smart. He literally said, how many calories do I need a day to lose weight? He then mathematically figured that out and then ate just enough calories to stay under that. So he would be in a calorie deficit. And what he ate was sugary candy bars and nothing else. Like he drank water, I'm sure, but 8 candy bars for 6 months. And he lost 15 pounds or something because if you eat fast food and then you go walk around your green spaces and you don't eat too much of it and you have an otherwise healthy, balanced life, guess what? Fast food's fine. Not going to kill you.
I just looked at, they got a top 5 of the happiest cities in America, okay?
Yeah, right.
I told you that Plano, Texas is actually number 2. Arlington, Virginia is number 1. But Plano, where they got tons of fast food and people eat the fast food more than anybody.
Yeah.
Second on this list. You know who's also in the top 5?
Who's that?
Madison, Wisconsin, who we just said is right there in the fast food rankings.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. They're factoring everything in here, including life expectancy when they do these rankings.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are they all drunk in Wisconsin,
yes,
they're all eating those Butterburgers, and they're living to be 100, and they're having a great time because they're drunk and still eating hamburgers.
That's right.
We should all aspire to be.
I think the key is you have some walkable spaces in these cities.
Green
That's good.
space. There you go.
You know what?
I'm all for green space.
One of my biggest complaints about fast food is I have to drive to it. I would much rather walk over there, sit down, have a nice lunch, and then walk back to work or walk back to my house. That'd be great. But instead, they're all too far away, so I got to drive. Cutting out my otherwise healthy lifestyle. It's not the fast food. It's getting you. It's the not walking there to eat it.
If you were working downtown, you could have walked to the first ever Wendy's.
That's right.
And they should have taken that and made like a Wendy's museum.
Yes.
Including a flagship location right there. But instead they closed it because they're a bunch of idiots.
Closed it, and I don't even know. What's sad is as a child, I knew where that was. But now as an adult, I have not been able to piece together where in the current city that actually sits. Even though I've driven through town a lot, I can't even I don't even remember where that actually was.
It's on the corner of,
see?
Something and something.
What's there now? I don't even know. I'm sure I could Google it and find out. Please don't yell at me. I'll figure it out. I'm just saying that sucks. By the way, speaking of fast food, I've got a little tip for you from our guy Wes. One of our listeners sent us this, so thank you, Wes, for this. Popeye's signature sauces will be available at grocery stores nationwide starting Saturday. You can find Blackened Ranch, which I said earlier this week, I don't like ranch dressing. Blackened Ranch doesn't even taste like ranch dressing. It's a totally different thing. But Blackened Ranch and Sweet Heat sauces will be in 18-ounce bottles at major retailers, including Kroger and Walmart. So you can find those starting this weekend. They also said, Mike, I've never had this. I don't know if you have. The Mardi Gras mustard?
I've had it.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do like it.
Okay, they said that'll come out in 18-ounce bottles as well starting later this spring. So apparently,
all well and good.
Popeyes is putting more of their food out there for you.
How about you put more Cajun rice in your restaurants and shut the hell up, Popeyes?
Yeah, but at least you can take the great taste of Popeyes home with your own chicken tenders.
I had a situation the other day. I went to Popeyes. And again, I say this all the time. I once ordered a chicken sandwich from Popeyes without the chicken in it.
Mm-hmm.
A bun and sauce and pickles was given to me. I'm dead serious.
I love it.
And for some reason, I can't quit you like Brokeback Mountain. I can't stop coming to you.
Sure.
But just the other day, I went to Popeyes. It was 11:05. Roll up.
Ordered
some chicken. Person said, we just got here. We don't have any chicken.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, you open at 10:30. It's 11:05.
Yeah?
Yeah, but we didn't get here until a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
All right. How long is it going to be? 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
They got to get the oil hot. They just started it cold, baby.
Oh, I got you. You got to heat the oil, right? It's a lot of oil to heat up, too.
I had to drive away.
That's sad. That is sad.
But I'm going to keep going back because I'm stupid, and it's good.
By the way, I just saw this. Reuters says that a lawsuit was filed in federal
I got
court
a Reuter in my crack right now
against the Girl Scouts of America and their cookie manufacturers because somebody claims that there are heavy metals and pesticides in their cookies. And I'm going to tell you right now, maybe I'll lose my ability to be a part of this class action lawsuit at some point in the future. I don't care what they have in them. I'm eating them.
First
I'm
of all,
sorry.
you like heavy metal.
I do like heavy metal. I don't usually eat heavy metal, but I will listen to it all day.
Can I tell you something? What's more metal than eating metal?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I just saw a promo where David Blaine is eating nails.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a magic trick, right? He's an illusionist. He's not really doing that, is he?
The name of the show is just like, this is not a trick.
Oh, it's just David Blaine.
He's
yeah,
just
that's
eating
right.
nails.
I forgot. David
The wrestler?
Blaine.
Yeah, good one. Nails the former prison inmate wrestler.
I was like, what wrestler was named David Blaine? That's good.
Ted just laughing at himself over there. It's like, hey, man, I pressed my button a couple times a show, and I got some real good zingers.
How about Joey and Downtown Dad on chat loved it?
Oh, that's good. That's Ted. I like that we're whittling down
for them guys.
We're whittling down the audience to like one person that we make laugh.
That's right.
That's my goal. I'm with you.
That'll be good.
The toxic metals they said are herbicide, glyphosate,
That's good for you.
which is I'm seeing them at Sonic Temple, and cadmium. Which
Cadmium, come on.
Their old stuff was better than their new stuff.
Cadmium?
Yeah, they're great. I like their cream eggs.
I'm drinking minerals right now.
Look at you.
San Pellegrino.
Some heavy metal in there.
Mineral water.
Yeah. Don't eat heavy metal. I know that, but also, whatever. It's Girl Scout cookies. I'm going to eat them.
I thought it was good for you. Like iron's good for you.
Yeah,
No?
but I think there's some metals that are too heavy. Yeah. Like iron is heavy, but it's not too high. It's not too heavy.
Iron Man, heavy.
Heavy.
But they're not doing that at, like, where do you go, the Furnace Fest?
No.
They're not doing Iron Man.
No. There's
That's
Tin
like
Man.
a Barry Manilow song compared to what you listen to.
No, there's Tin Man. There's Iron Man.
I am Iron Man. You like that?
Yeah, that's good. I was just listening to, oh gosh, what was the name of the band? It's
Teddy over there.
Disembodied Tyrant. I was just listening to a new song from them today. You know who likes them a lot?
Who?
Max. Disembodied Tyrant.
Really? She likes that crap?
She loves that crap. And I'll tell you, it's one of the heaviest songs I've ever heard in my life. They put out a song today that is quite possibly one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
I don't know what this is. I just searched our system for Iron Man.
It's okay.
And all I see is CM Torg Iron Man mix.
Oh boy.
I have no idea what it is.
Well,
and I'm terrified of clicking on it.
Why don't we come back? Or do you want to play it now?
No, I don't know what it is.
Let's tease it.
Let's tease it.
Maybe.
I'll listen to it during the break.
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
We'll see what it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into some stop-and-go traffic on eastbound 104 between Alum Creek Drive and 33. And there's a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Atlas Butler is built to keep you comfortable, and our plumbing services are no exception. you can rely on Atlas Butler for trusted, convenient plumbing and drain service. Our expert plumbers and drain specialists can take care of anything, from a broken water heater to a clogged drain. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sports book. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Save more green this St. Patrick's Day at Meijer. Enjoy Meijer corned beef, just $3.99 a pound. Red potatoes are $3.99 for a 5-pound bag. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola or Pepsi product. 12 packs are now on sale. Buy 2, get 1 free. Plus deposit where applicable. And Loft House decorated sugar cookies are only $3.99. We're working hard to bring more goodness to your St. Patrick's Day celebration at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's time to sign up for the Fan at 10 TV Bracket Challenge.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew, Ohio bottled, Buckeye bold.
The most accurate bracket takes home 1,000 smackers. Reserve your spot now and compete against your favorite fan and 10 TV personalities. And compete against the ones you hate, too. Head to 971thefan.com for all the fun. Yay! March is fun. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
And today, Pella's excited to announce our 100-year anniversary.
Cut. Leslie, you accidentally said 100 years.
Not an accident, Wilson.
What?
When you do the windows that look the best, you tend to stick around for a while.
I can't compete with that. Buy from her.
Get the windows that have been around for 100 years. The windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus. At PellaColumbus.com.
The best matchup is you in a new ride at Coghlan Chevrolet, Central Ohio's #1 Chevy dealer. Lease a new 25 Chevy Trax, $149 a month. Your choice, new 25 Trailblazer or 24 Blazer EV RS. Lease for $169 a month. At all 5 Coghlan Chevy locations and CoglanChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coghlan has the car for you.
36, 42, and 24-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over, $39.99 due at signing plus tax, title, and license. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeyes show. Jesus.
You okay?
Buckeyes show coming up at the top of the hour. Timmy's out today, filling in for Timmy. Tito, Jeff Thidoff.
Common man. Bolt, high five.
Hey.
Tim's sick today. All right, let's go.
I didn't know why I was high-fiving.
That's all right. No, it's
probably with you in the future, when you're like high-five, I should say why. You should just be like, hey, high five.
Look,
I pushed somebody down the stairs today. High five. And it's just like, oh, Tito, what? Yeah. No.
He's not exactly Cal Ripken. Tim's off today because he's not feeling well. He got a little tummy ache or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's sick. He's been fighting through it. He's been sick for like 2 weeks.
Fighting through it. I didn't know that.
Well, he didn't want to have you on. You're like the last resort.
Okay, who would you get first? No, there's no one else out. Who would you get?
To work half an hour for very little money?
Well, the little money, let's tap the brakes on that. We're going full wage. But I'm just saying, though, who would they get if it wasn't me? to do the show by themselves tonight for half an hour.
Maybe Bone and I could just stick around, do like a supersized version.
There's a great chance of you and Bone say, hey, you know what, guys? We want to do another half an hour on the company. You're fine. It's on us.
It's two
There's no
segments.
way you would not.
Tito?
You guys put the prima and prima donna. There is no way you would stick around.
You know what?
What?
Go home.
No,
we'll do it.
I'm not going to go. No.
We're going to do it. Half hour.
No, you're not going to do it. You don't have the segment side. Hey, no one preps you for the college basketball crown better than me.
Oh, is that?
That's what we're looking at now.
Are you going to? That could. You've been waiting all these years for one. That could finally be your niche.
That's my thing.
You could have. You're the college basketball crown expert.
Preview show coming up. Yeah, next. What we're going to do for the whole half hour.
I was scrolling through the computer system here. We had something in here called CM Torg Ironman Mix.
Oh,
we listened to it.
Oh, buddy,
this is a song that a listener made for us back in the day. And
am I mentioned in it?
No, but T-Bone has insisted that we play it.
All right,
so here you go.
Common Man and Torque Show, 97.1 FM, The Fan, Columbus, Ohio, Cap City, Buckeyes, Cleveland Browns, Cavs, that's right, Blue Jackets, search books, Torque, Common Man, live on 97.1 The Fan. There's nothing common about the common man and Torgy. Epitome of health, no longer poorly. I like to get my sports fix from 3 to 6. Stuck in traffic laughing at the would you rather lunatics. If my guys said gross, you can bet it wasn't pretty. Both the transplants steady, representing Cap City. Mike is draped in Cadbury, Scott is living with ghosts. Soda Boy, Ultra Crap or Yum Yum Pete Rose. Put the question to the Magic 8 Ball, it knows. Dynamic duo doing it big. Real pros, they're the truth. Temperamental like birds and cell phone. Secret evil like Rimmer's cologne. Or a Buckeye fan that's sick in the dome. Threatening people from the comforts of home. Save the emails, hope they leave you alone. Torgan, comment man. Live on 97.1.
There's a lot of show references in there.
What's interesting is I'm pretty sure I heard a MetaFast reference in there.
Not just that. They clipped the audio. You could actually hear him in the background saying, hey, MetaFast. You could hear it.
The beginning of it sounded almost like Teddy. His voice a little bit, didn't it?
Ted, did you do this? Was that you?
He didn't do it.
No, but
it sounded like
me. No, but Ted maybe is like an alter ego. Was that you?
Could be.
Did you fake this entire time? You're like, no, not me.
Sure, yeah.
And then you made that up. I like it.
I was just checking to see if MetaFast is still kicking. It is.
Oh, good for them.
As a matter of fact, it is on the New York Stock Exchange. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. Their stock handle is MED, MED.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Good for them.
I will say this. We used to have them as a sponsor here, and they sold, weight loss food. And it started out where Torg and I both endorsed them.
Did you really?
Yes, we both did. And then I found the product so objectionable that I stopped.
Objectionable to your body or objectionable, like, philosophically?
Just tasted
No, there's nothing philosophical about it. It just tasted like dirt.
Okay.
Eaten out of a dead hobo's ass crack.
I have no idea what that would taste like, but
it's amazing that you have such a palate where you could be able to get us to that point because you've experienced something like that.
I'm just saying.
Not crotch, ass crack.
So when you're like,
crotch is a different taste.
Why do you always do this endorsement? There's plenty of stuff I don't do. Like this, I gave up. It was good money, too. And I said, in good conscience.
You turn things down?
I cannot. Absolutely.
You're better than me. In a lot of ways.
I know. First of all,
like breaking news.
Who the hell would pay you to endorse their product?
I got one.
When?
Back then.
What'd you get?
When?
It was before they went to Carpenter. It was the health one. Whatever.
That's why you kept the endorsement. Was because you remember it so well.
What was it? It was
rolls right off the tongue.
Affinity Whole Health. I did them for a while.
Where are you doing?
Way
Affinity?
back then.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they came and did the blood work with me and everything, and then I had to go in there and talk about how much it's helped me in the bedroom. Among other things. No, but it was just like, it wasn't like a Tim Hall thing where, show up at the ED place and say Tim Hall sent you. I'm not going to do that.
Well, I do that too.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying,
we go to the same place, actually.
Not at the same time, I hope.
Yes, we do.
Carpool?
Yeah.
we'll take the larger room, please.
Dueling erections.
That's what it is. Sword fight in room 4.
All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show? Come on.
I think I already told you. CBC, baby. College basketball. We're going to actually it'll be a depressing show probably. We will hear from Diebler last night. We had to say we'll kind of look forward to what's coming up next year in Ohio State basketball, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, we got nothing to look forward to now, the CBC, because they're not making the tournament. I don't care what people say.
Who people? No one's.
There are still they're on the the first four out still.
Okay.
Which is on the brink, but I know they're not going to do it.
They're still out.
They are out.
Buckeye Show, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, if you have $10,000 to burn and just aren't sure which number of TVs you need, Samsung's got you covered this particular March. They are offering their buzzer beater promotion, which bundles 8 TVs with screen sizes ranging from 55 to 98 inches. They're all matched up together. They have software that allows you to then have different sources on all the TVs.
98 inches.
I bet it's 94, and they're just,
Well, they're over.
I don't think it's really 90.
But they say you can use the multi-view feature to create your own sports bar in your house. If you have $10,000 to spend on 8 TVs, they will set that up for you, and there you go.
All right, beautiful.
I would think you could do that for cheaper, but what do I know?
Buckeye Show is next, but it's not. You don't have the software to sync it all up the right way.
Oh, you're right. I don't. I guess I'd
proprietary. Papaya.
The way you said it.
Papaya.
You made it sound like you don't have the software to sync up the Buckeye Show. You said Buckeye Show's next. You don't have the software to really, you kind of, it felt.
Common Man here from MetaFest. My God, does it taste like dirt.
I get ED with Tim Hall.
I got ED from MetaFest.
From Tim Hall. Whatever.
All right, see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 71 and Westerville. And you're going to hit slow traffic on westbound 670 between International Gateway and 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
If your kid knows when you get home because he can hear the garage door open, even though he's married and lives 4 houses down, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get 1 line on unlimited welcome for $45 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom T-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-800-GOT-JUNK makes space for possibilities.
When our clean, shiny truck arrives, it's the sign of a new beginning, a clean start, a breath of fresh air.
All the animals start giggling, a rainbow appears, and music fills the air.
Your best friend calls with happy news. Every table has fresh flowers on it, and your nights are full of candlelight.
We bring the springtime.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring's going to be here before you know it. I know it feels cold now, but before too long, you're going to be outside running around, jogging, wanting to do golf, explore time with your family, get outside and do the things you love. Just be active. And listen, a lot of my friends, they're asking me about QC Connect's joint treatments. They want to know if they should consider it for their joint pain. And if you're wondering, maybe you could be a good candidate, let's see if the answer is yes to any of these questions. Quality of life impacted by chronic pain, knees, hips, back, shoulders, other things. Trouble sleeping, walking, day-to-day movement? Check. Next, avoiding surgery, the pain, the downtime? Check. Most importantly, do you miss doing the things I talked about when the spring and summer are here? Check. Don't wait. If you answered yes to one or any of those, you'd be a great candidate. You can go in there, go to QC Kinetics, ask for their free consultation, find out what it's all about, learn about the latest advances in regenerative medicine. They've got locations in Dublin and Gehenna, or you can go to qckinetics.com/Columbus, or better yet, call 380-208-4544.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Now at participating locations, it's UDF's new Sicilian-style pizza. We serve it on our family recipe focaccia crust, handcrafted in our bakery. And right now, get any size Coca-Cola fountain drink free with your purchase. Pizza from United Dairy Farmers, made for you.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 are free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.